Alrighty, guys. Well, with that said, let's jump back into it and wrap this game up. Start game. So remember, we just got to that ghost ship, basically. Yeah, wrecked ship. Mia walks the debris-ridden landscape and finds Ethan lying on the ground, but he's taken away suddenly by a giant black blob. She then follows after it into the wrecked ship. Okay, oh yeah, I was going to say, last time it forced me to jump into the game, and I was like, oh, it says press F to continue. Nope, I didn't press anything. It still jumps me into there. Oh, yes, right. And so for a quick recap of what happened in the last one, we managed to escape the Baker house. We got out of there. We got the items we needed to create a serum to basically cure this infection. However, we only had 2 doses. And one of the doses we had to use on Jack Baker, the big boss, at the end there, just to kill him, because this guy was invincible. We managed to finish him off, but then we only had 1 dose left. We didn't need it for ourselves, but we had Mia, our wife, and Zoe, the woman that was helping us, who both needed it. Well, of course, we gave it to Mia, our wife. Zoe wasn't too happy about that, and we basically had to leave her at the mansion, essentially to die, or whatever's going to happen to her there. It's not a good time. So we take off on the ship, and we get attacked by this big blob, like it said in that little intro screen. Ethan got swept away. We don't know where Ethan is. We're now playing as Mia, and we're on this big wrecked ship. There's this creepy kind of ghost girl talking to us. Says something about us being her mom, I think. Yes, so now we're Mia. And yeah, we're just kind of exploring the ship. We just barely got a gun. So we lost all of our inventory we had as Ethan, of course. And Celestial Lynn, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Saturday. Okay, so let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else here. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we're just vibing here. We're just chilling. I think I already kind of looked everywhere in here, but I'm not 100%. This game is really good at hiding things in little corners. I'm just going to make sure we got everything. I think we're good. Let's see, the DM for your Dungeons & Dragons dingo is letting each party member design a mission for the party go on. That's a really fun idea. And you're making a Raccoon City, but changing it up to fit the world lore. It's an island with a zombie outbreak, and we're gonna have to go figure out how it started and put a stop to it. That sounds like a fun mission. That could be like an entire session. You know, there's this new zombie movie supposed to be coming out called Army of the Dead on Netflix. I thought it was coming out this weekend. I could have sworn it said the 14th. And then I checked it out on the 14th, and then it said the 21st. I'm like, did this just get delayed? What the hell happened? Oh, do we have a map? Oh, yeah, we do, kind of. Hey, what do you know? I actually have a fuse. All right, let's open this up. But it's by Zack Snyder. He did the Dawn of the Dead remake in like 2004, and I loved that remake. This looks like a map I should be able to pick up, huh? So I am excited for that Army of the Dead movie. I think the reviews were pretty decent so far. For a while there, we got nothing but big budget zombie movies, and then it kind of died out in the last 10 years. So, kind of nice to get another one. Yes, Phantasma did get their PC. I'm not sure all of what she's done on it, but she's definitely had some fun with it. All right, I guess we're going up to the 3rd floor. I don't know if I was done on that floor, but I'm having fun exploring. Yeah, it was it was an exciting day when they finally shipped her computer. Oh, all the creaks and cracks of the game are so creepy. So Celestial Lynn, what did you think of this game when you were first streaming it? And are you going to continue it? Oh, there's another TV. Is that us? What the hell is that? It looks kind of like Mia from the back with that hair. I'm so confused. Oh no, it's the little girl.
Watch it.
What? Why?
You need to remember, so we can be a family.
All right, I guess we need to watch the VHS. Right, Max? 7 days. Like The Ring. This game does a good job of, like, head tracking. I mean, obviously now she can't see me, but like it's a pretty realistic thing how she follows me. It's like when you go to Disneyland and the Haunted Mansion and the pictures are kind of watching you as you walk by. All right, let's check out this old videotape. Ew, I don't think that's going to play. VHS tapes are kind of finicky about not being too dirty. Or maybe that's more the tape players. I remember we used to have like a tape player cleaner you'd have to put in once in a while. That's cool, Dingo. You're going to make a Leon and maybe an Ethan NPC? All right, let's play this. What's going on? Test subject E001. C transport log. Top secret.
Alan, you're getting worse.
She must have infected me during the attack. And I'm too far gone anyway.
So I think we're Mia right now in a flashback.
But it serves me right. It's my fault she got out.
Yeah, it is your fault. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you die.
She didn't attack you?
It's part of her imprinting protocol. I can't believe this is happening.
Here. Take it. It has her tissue samples. You find her. You fix this.
Okay, Evie, where are you?
Evie. Are we supposed to use that to kill her? She's out of control, apparently. Yeah, seriously, Max. I was in college when that movie first came out, The Ring. There goes Georgie. And The Ring was really creepy, honestly. At the time, I still think it's a creepy movie. The Grudge as well. The Grudge was pretty intense. Okay, so what do we have as Mia? We had a P19 machine gun. We got the tissue samples for Evelyn. And a knife. Perfect. What more could we need? Oh, you got your first payout from Twitch? So you bought this microphone? Hey, the Shure MV7 mic. Good choice, Nate. Good choice. He is a very angry boy for whatever reason. And even Jesse's going crazy. I think Andy might be home. She might have just got home right now. What's nice is microphones apparently have not been really affected by this whole COVID thing. Like a lot of microphones, or a lot of Technic hardware, you know, like video cards, consoles, all kinds of things have been like really limited. Luckily, I guess they don't need much of that in these things. Got some more machine gun ammo. Special Operations Division, Director Alan Droney and caretaker Mia Winters. Recent reports suggest that Evelyn remains at her current location. She is at a high risk of being stolen by opposing organizations. Your orders, therefore, are to transfer Evelyn to our Central American branch for safekeeping until further notice. During transfer, be sure to adhere to the following protocols. Act as parental guardians for Evelyn at all times to avoid suspicion. Maybe that's why she's so confused about us being parents. Manage Evelyn's vitals via the genome codex provided. If the mission is compromised beyond reconciliation, dispose of Evelyn. That's brutal. Dispose of her. Oh, and you got the silver version because it was marginally cheaper, but I'm pumped that for one that isn't bust. That's so exciting. I'm curious to see what the silver one looked like. I don't know if that was even a thing, honestly, when I bought mine. That could probably look really cool. Yeah, Georgie said, Borg. This place looks so much nicer now. How long ago was this? This is before this place...
Close.
Oh. So we have a little thing to show us where she is. Better check the rest of the first floor first. Okay. All right, we're getting close. That's right, it was 3 years. Good memory, Relentless. Oh, we're getting further. Okay, I think she's like in a room just behind there. So I think we're going to have to wrap around. No? I guess I'll keep exploring this way, even though we're kind of getting colder. Even though it's a flashback, we can still pick up items that we'll probably need. Herbs. Got all those wonderful herbs and spices. What is this thing? I don't even know exactly what that is. Do we put some kind of... like a fuse or something in there? I don't know. Or maybe a key. Yeah, it's been here for a while. That explains why it's so decrepit. Although it looks like it's been here for like 100 years. That's mostly because of that weird black goop stuff. Okay, we're still getting further away. Oh, wait, now we're getting closer. Alright, I think we found the mess hall. I've always liked that name, mess hall. More ammo? Sweet. More supplements. How much inventory space do we have? Oh, we have as much as Ethan had. That's nice. Apparently, Mia comes pre-equipped with a backpack. Ah, here's where the stuff is starting. Ew. They're giving me a lot of machine gun ammo. What do you expect? Think we're going to have a big boss battle really soon? I'm guessing at this point we've never even met the Bakers. Actually, this might be like the start of the Baker's story. I want to say some of the pictures at the Baker's place actually had the little girl, like she had been there. She wasn't always on the ship or whatever. Okay, did we just do a full circle? You know, Relentless, I think the first game that ever started to give itself away and it kind of became a meme for video games was Doom. Doom was notorious at giving you a room just full of ammo and health items before a big battle comes up. Oh yeah, we just did a full 360. Okay. So which way did I miss? Or what item did I miss? I did check the rest of the first floor, didn't I? Oh, wait. There's a door right here I didn't try. All the orange doors are locked. How did I miss a door? Okay, let's get back around there. Go the long way. We'll take the scenic route. Okay, it's just up here to the left. We go here, then we go here. Oh, wait, it was this door. I don't think I could open this. I tried to. On the map, it looks like I can do something with it. You know, I wonder if in this thing right here, I'm supposed to put that vial that I got. I kind of doubt it. I thought I was supposed to use this on Evelyn, but I'm not sure. Constant stress whenever I run into that situation, Relentless. It's like, I know what you're doing, game. Every once in a while, they change things up and they don't do what you expect. But 90% of the time that happens. Okay, well, let me try that item here. I don't think I need it, but... can't use that here. Okay, that's for something else. Okay, well, I can't use these psychostimulants by themselves. I was like, there must be like an item I'm missing to put in there. Let me explore around a little bit better. I must have walked right by some item that I need. You're 3 seconds away from strangling the new guy? Dingo, aren't you the new employee? There's somebody even newer than you that's already bugging you? That's funny, but that sucks. What are they doing? Sometimes new folks just kind of need to be put in their place a little bit. Figure out how things are actually run around there. Okay, so we're back in this room. Oh, gonna get some dinner. Thank you for the lurk, Aether Karn. Glad you could drop back in. Have a great meal. What are you having, by the way? No, I didn't seem to miss anything in here. I don't even know if using this little stopwatch thing is going to help us find her, because I've tried every single door. Oh, some Chinese food. Ah, I miss Chinese food. The problem with Chinese food is much of it is not gluten-free, so my wife can't have very much of it. Because they use soy sauce and everything, and they don't use gluten-free. Wait, is this what I missed? Oh, I forgot to climb underneath this. My bad.
She's vomiting.
That's vomit?
Damn, I'll have to reset.
How's it going?
She's vomiting. Far more in excess of her body mass.
Yeah.
Oh, great. We're gonna be seeing a lot more of her ugly friends if this keeps up. All right, we need to find her, and fast. This is getting out of hand.
Agreed.
Vomiting friends? Is she creating those molded from her vomit? Okay, we got another herb. That just looks so cool. I like that. Oh, what was that banging sound? Let's see, you just got a new guy, and you understand he doesn't know a lot what to do. However, what needs to be done today is he knows how to do, or at least has been taught already. The entire shift so far, he's just been on his phone, not paying attention or doing anything. That's a different problem. It's okay if you don't know how to do things and you're slow, but if you're actively just like not working on purpose and there's things to do, that's a different problem. You're going to throw a computer at him. That'll teach him. Okay, so now that we've found that, I bet I can go down the elevator. Because we've kind of explored the rest of this place. So let's get to the elevator. I have to go around this way. Oh no! There it is. Oh my gosh. Get some distance, John. I know they're weak to headshots, so I'm trying to conserve ammo and pop their heads off. Yeah, the computer is worth way more than that. Unless you have a computer you guys are ready to surplus. Dingo smash. Okay, the elevator is right over here. I bet that I can use it now. Got to be careful for... oh, did I walk right by it? Oh yeah, it's right here. There we go. Now we can do it. Oh god! He just dropped right on top of me. I love it how this thing tries to protect his head. Oh my gosh. They're smart. Whoa. That was cool. Come on, buddy. There we go. Man, we're kind of getting that power fantasy trip in this game now. Usually Resident Evil games start off very slow. Let's go to floor 2. We're on floor 2. I guess we can only go to S2, whatever that is. But yeah, they usually start off kind of slower in the ammo and weapons department. You're not super overpowered, no rocket launchers or flamethrowers. But towards the end of the game, you're just loaded up on stuff and you're fighting big baddies. And it's more combat than survival. Although I don't think I really have a ton of stuff. We just have the one gun. Okay, it says target acquired. I hope we're not just following another... oh, big puke pile. Gosh, that was close. Stay down. Mango, how is it going? Welcome to the stream. You a big Resident Evil fan? or this game specifically, and you've been leaving some things undone so he has something to do, but he's just straight up not doing anything. Have you like sent him a message like, hey dude, I gave you a few tasks, you should, you know, knock them out when you get a chance? Like, because you can actively see him not working, so you can kind of like politely say, hey, do something. Or if you know, you're not sure how to do it, let me know and I can teach you. Even though I know you said he should know. Sometimes you just need to like state the obvious to kind of get the gears moving. You do love some Resident Evil. They're such good games. I wanted to play this game one time before we jump into Resident Evil Village. Oh, here comes another one. Which is your favorite Resident Evil game, Mango? Oh, this guy has a big, beefy arm. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna get hit here. Ooh, that was getting close. I still have some ammo, but I'm worried we might start running low here. Yeah, I can definitely tell this game a remote bomb. The hell do I do with a remote bomb? Do I... There goes Georgie. Do I need the remote bomb here? Can I blow up these doors? No, it's not for that. Okay. But yeah, I first played this game in VR in 2017 on the PS4, and this looks, just detail-wise and everything, way better. Way better. Oh no. I see him. He's popping up right over the edge there. Why don't you stay up there where you can't reach me? That'd be great. Although it's hard to get headshots. Oh, he's coming around. Darn it! Yeah, we got 3 dogs on this channel. They pop up from time to time and give us a visit. They're super sweet pups. If you want to see them real quick, let me pause it. But those are my 3 dogs right there. That's Jesse on the left, Georgie or Gus in the middle, and Georgie on the right. And usually it's Georgie, the white dog, that you hear the most. He's definitely the most borky dog that we have. Yeah, the dogs are the real reason. I'm just a bonus. I just start the party, but the dogs run the show. Yeah, they pop up from time to time. But oh, and Andy. Don't forget Andy. I still want to try to get Andy into doing some bonus streams with me, even if she's not on camera. She's not a big fan of being on camera. What I was thinking about trying to do is have a second camera here that just picks up Andy, and we can kind of make her whatever avatar she wants to be. So she can kind of be on camera. You can hear her voice. She'll be animated, but it'll be like a VTuber sort of thing. I'll still do this, what I'm doing, but for her it'll be different. Anything on this corpse? Nope. I think that would be a nice balance between her being on stream, but also being comfortable. And also, I mean, like when I get ready for stream, especially today with a hat, it just takes me like a few minutes. Where with Andy, she really wants to get ready if she's going to be on camera and recorded, and I totally understand that. But not every time that I do a stream does she feel like, oh, I want to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get all dolled up and everything. So that would definitely make her more willing to jump onto stream with me easily. Oh, I hear the garage door open. Yeah, she's home. What do I need for this? We need some kind of special key. Oh, we were getting really close.
I think she's on the other side of this door, but I don't have a key.
Try to melt down the lock. You're on the bottom level, right? Check our luggage.
Our luggage? Do we bring a flamethrower? What do we have in our luggage? Oh, we found some chem fluid. Okay. I'm going to take one of these chem fluids and combine it with that. There we go. Oh, and I meant to ask Mango, which is your favorite of all the Resident Evils? It's always such a tough question to answer. Because, like, me, I kind of have, like, a top 4. and I just love them all equally. It's really hard to pick one single favorite. You know, these things are swapped around. I want that. Here we go. I like 1 on my keyboard to be the knife, and 2 to be my gun. Let's go ahead and make another heal. Oh, maybe I should make one of these, though, so I can easily find a lot of items. Isn't it, Mango? It's super tough. It's like picking your favorite dog, for instance. Okay, so now we have psychostimulants. I'm not sure when the best time to use that would be, but when I get to a new area, we'll use that and try to find all the items. Corrosive. Hey, here we go. Is that our luggage? I suppose. So my guess is I can melt all of these with that corrosive. There we go. Screw your lock. Okay, this might be a good place to take that psychostimulant. There we go. So now we can easily see any items we're missing.
Evie, I'm not mad. Wait. What did you call me?
I don't want to live at the lab anymore. I want a house. And I want you to be my mommy.
Okay, Evie. I'll be your mommy. Just come back with me. Right now. Okay? Where are you, Evie?
There she is. Hey, don't be
Evie,
locking me in
wait.
here.
Did you find her?
Yes, but she ran off. She's making more friends, Alan. Those things are everywhere.
I told
Friends.
you so.
Are you okay?
You just worry about getting Evelyn back.
Skywalker. Thank you. I've had this for a long time. I wanted to wear something Resident Evil related for the final RE7 stream. Oh, crap. We got 2 of them. We got one of them crawling and one of them walking. Let's see if I can pick it off before he gets to me. Oh, no. Wait, right here. Darn it. There we go. Okay, that's one. Here comes the crawly one. Whoa, he's jumping. Stay down. Stay down. Whew. Okay, we used a lot of ammo there. Apparently that wasn't a good time to use psychostimulant. I was hoping that was a brand new area, but nope. Oh, there is something hidden behind here, though. Hey, some more ammo. How are you doing, Skywalker? By the way, hope you're having a good weekend. Oh, and there was some chem fluid hidden back there. Where did she go? Oh, maybe she went behind here. Let's go ahead and use another corrosive. I think I wasn't close enough. There we go. That's right, Relentless. We had a really hard time deciding which emote to replace. But luckily, we can keep going back and forth and swap anytime we want. Got some more herbs and spices, more ammo. Remote bombs. I'm not sure what to do with remote bombs. I'm guessing I could just drop it on the floor and detonate it when they get close. Let me... How does this work? Yeah, it looks like you just drop it somewhere and then so you press a button and detonate it wherever we are. Oh, some more chem fluid. Let's go ahead and... Wait, why didn't it combine these chem fluids? Oh, I guess you can't combine them. That makes sense. There we go. Okay, we got 3 heals. I'm feeling pretty good right now. You know, I'm probably supposed to make my way back up the elevator because there was another one of those locked doors on the 2nd floor. Oh, great. Let's try the remote bomb thing. So you press F. That didn't do anything. Oh, R is detonate. Darn it. Okay, let me see if I can load him back in there without getting hit. This is so dangerous. Alright, come on back over here, buddy. Oh, no! That was terrible. Oh, no, I didn't kill him. Ow! Jeez! I can't get out of here. Heal! Remote bombs are terrible. Let's drop one here. Oh, and she left me. How dare you? Looks like I crippled that one. I think I blew off his legs. Ooh, that was close. That was a little too close. Remote bombs are great if you don't get stuck between two enemies and you have nowhere to go. Evelyn, why do you lock me down here? Not respond. Oh, wait, that was the floor we were on. Oh, I can't go back to 2? I can only go to 3. Okay. What weird elevators. Okay. A wild Andy has appeared behind me. A grape? Andy brought me a grape. Well, that looks cool. It doesn't actually look like that. It's green. It's just a regular looking green grape, but of course my green screen makes it look really creepy. A ghost grape. Ooh. Wants me to try it. This must be exciting. Tastes like something special? Maybe like a little bit.
I taste it.
She says it's supposed to taste like cotton candy. What is it? It's
They're cotton candy.
Cotton candy grapes. I've never heard of that before. You know, after having a second one, I could taste a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if you hadn't specifically told me cotton candy, I just probably would have thought it was a really sweet grape. But
Yeah.
I can
But
kind of
you
taste that.
cotton
Yeah.
candy, huh?
How interesting. Huh. Cotton candy flavored grapes. Yeah, what is this weird gray thing John's tossing in his mouth? It looks like the mold from Resident Evil. Oh crap, our elevator's breaking.
Emergency safety lockdown system has been engaged.
Get the hell out of there before this thing collapses. Come on, Mia. Oh, we're back to the second floor. That's where I wanted to go anyway. Perfect. Okay, if I check the map, there was a door right over here that was also locked. And we need the corrosive stuff. Essentially, these are like lockpicks. Or, yeah, those lockpick items that we got. It just works a little differently. Couple more remote bombs. Okay, that didn't exactly do what I was hoping. But those are useful. Okay, let's go check on... Is that our husband? Whoever that guy was? No. Ethan's our husband. Our coworker. Never mind. That wasn't Ethan. Teammate? Whatever you want to call it.
Damn it.
Alan, where'd you go?
Alan? Alan, where the hell are you?
It says Evie's upstairs. So, now that I've tried that, have you guys ever heard of or tried cotton candy grapes? I don't know if they're just created that way or if it's something that they flavored differently. I've never heard of them either. That was interesting. Okay, Relentless has heard of them. That's good. It's not just somebody at our local store poisoning things and trying to pass them as something else. Let me check our map. Well, there was one other locked door over here. I'll check to see if it's open. I was going to say, if that elevator is foobar, maybe we need to find emergency stairs. Oh, crap. Where'd you come from? Guess what you get? You get one of these. Yes, you do. Ooh! It doesn't really kill them, though. It mostly chops off their legs. Is he dead? Okay, good. It did take out that one. I guess if you get it perfect, if you're actually watching the bomb when it goes off, and you got good timing, you can take him out. Nope, that one's still locked. God, it looks like there's a ladder there we need. It's locked from the other side. Well, we could check that door that was blocked by the molded earlier and see if we can get through there. No, it's still just as... Oh, God, why? I was going to say it's still just as blocked. That's the same as before. Maybe I just leave him there. I don't know if I need to kill him. Maybe we were supposed to get back in the elevator. We can crouch in the elevator. If that's the case, maybe there we can use like that emergency exit that's usually on the top of an elevator as well. Like right there? No? Can I do something with this? There's the fuse we put in. No, I don't think there's anything we can do in here. Okay, I guess I do have to get past that monster. Let's see, if I go back here, that was blocked. Yeah, that's the only way to go. But that door's locked from the other side. Not sure how to get to that emergency exit. We'll just explore over here a bit more. Those are all boarded up. Oh, this! I totally missed this thing before. My bad. This will probably have something to open it. Or it's going to have more bombs. Never mind. How many bombs do we have? Got 5 bombs. Let me just verify there's nothing else in here. No, I think we got everything. I wonder, now that that monster came out of that doorway, if we can walk through here now. No, we still can't exit. Where the hell did the monster go? What? Climb up. Climb up where? Oh, I didn't even notice this before. Wow, that was easy to miss. So I think this takes us just beyond this passageway that was blocked earlier. Alright, is there an emergency exit over here? Yeah, we're at the stairs. Perfect. Okay, we have to go upstairs. Wait. That's where they want me to go. Of course I gotta check downstairs. Oh, it's all blocked off. Any goodies? Come on. Nope, no goodies. Worth a shot. Alright, Evie. Give us Alan back. Okay, we're getting close again. It's getting really dark in here. Look at that heavy-duty computer. Take that to a LAN party. That thing could, like, survive an explosion. Which is what they're expecting. Nothing much in here. Oh, is that Alan? It looks like it.
How did you get here?
Where's Evie?
She's out of control. Without the treatments, she's deteriorating.
Well, it's a good thing we're already dying.
Don't say that.
She trusts you. That little bitch, she never trusts... Okay, wait. Evie! No, Evie! Evie!
Alan,
I didn't mean
listen.
to call you that.
She's trying to take control.
Oops.
You have to fight her.
You done messed up. Oh no.
Evelyn, stop! Stop right now!
Don't touch me, no!
Don't ever call Evie the B word. Jeez. Well, there she is. Well, we're encased now. Is that where it ends? No, we're going to continue. Oh, and Raiden, I appreciate you still being there. Thank you for the lurk and hanging out. How is Call of Duty going? Nate, all of a sudden, no, I'm losing it. Careful, Nate. Oh, you taking a break when you died. Well, Alan is no more. I was kind of expecting that to be a boss battle, but no, he just dead. He's dead skis. Gonna take a done for the day. There you go. I mean, you were doing the Battle Royale Call of Duty, right? When you lose in one of those games, it is sometimes a little bit discouraging. It's not like the quick battles where you just keep jumping in, jumping in, jumping in. Oh, it wasn't that? Skywalker, Evie's such a sweetheart. There you go. You're going to survive, Skywalker. Oops. Well, what can we check on here? Oh, you're doing the single player. That's cool. You don't hear about too many people doing Call of Duty campaigns anymore. That's awesome. That was always my favorite. Let's watch that 40-second video. Come on. Upload that to YouTube. Maybe it'll go viral. You guys should think of a good title for this video on YouTube for clicks.
You were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away. Forget that you ever knew me. Have a good life.
So that was us actually sending the message to Ethan. And that first message, that video that was already there, that must have been the first nicer one we saw earlier in the intro of the game. That's cool. I love how some games and movies and stories kind of bring the beginning back at the end, sort of thing. We still don't know what happened to Ethan yet. He got taken by Evie. Oh gosh. Let's move! Let's move! Run, run, run! Oh my god, what was that?
We'll be together forever.
You just exploded. Holy crap. This is what happens to the ship. Whoa! Wait a second. Did we drown? And then we get picked up by the bakers, but we're infected or something? Yeah, I guess right, and only if you're like special forces
Now
trained.
you remember?
Yes, Evelyn. I remember.
Can we be a family like before?
No, Evie. We can't be a family. We were never a family. We will never be a family.
Oh
I
no.
don't need you anymore.
That was creepy. You should still play along with her. Make it seem like everything is hunky-dory. Oh no! I kind of was getting confused as to where we were and what we had before. Now we're at the point where it's like we don't have our semi-automatic weapon. We are missing pretty much all the good stuff. We got 2 bullets, 1 healing item, and the Evelyn tissue sample. Okay, back to looking for Ethan. Oh, we should save it before we go anywhere else. Oh yeah, 100%. That's one thing you don't go into video games expecting. Realism. I mean, there's some games that maybe are really based around realistic scenarios. Resident Evil's not one of them. If you want the most realistic scene, check out the end of Resident Evil 5. Look for Google Chris Boulder Resident Evil 5. That's probably peak Resident Evil realism. It's so amazing. Okay, I think we're done in here. Do you know that scene? It's amazing. Oh, I recognize this area. Okay, yeah, we were just here. Oh, we might be able to take the elevator. And I saw this in the flashback, but we couldn't look at it there. What does it say? E-neck toxin, destroy any subject, bio, use only, something, assets, must be something before, do this, placing a sample into the neck, I don't know, container. I didn't get too much from that. Do stuff. The contents have been taken. Of course they can. Of course they were. Oh, is Tarkov pretty realistic? That's a multiplayer shooting game, right? Oh, this is where the laptop was. We need a lockpick for that. Hey, we got some machine gun ammo. That gives me hope that we're going to get our machine gun back. Every limb has health? Oh, that's brutal. Got some gunpowder. Yeah, let's go ahead and make some more bullets. We only have 2. I'm okay with that. There we go. Hey, our laptop's still here. It looks broken. See, that's what happens when you don't do your job around Dingo. They toss a laptop at your skull and now you got a broken laptop. Moral of the story? Do your work. Now, in this game, well, we're Mia now, but as Ethan, our hand had been chopped off but put back on, and apparently we were doing okay. So we're gonna find more of that. What is it called? The stuff to dissolve the lock. We'll have to come back. King of Guy. What's going on, King? How you doing? I gotta ask, what does your name mean? That's interesting. When I first read it, the first thing that popped into my mind, Resident Evil being a Capcom game, there's another Capcom game called Final Fight. One of the main characters of that game is named Guy. And I see King of Guy. I'm like, do you really like Final Fight? I doubt that has anything to do with it. Oh, Oof Guy. That makes sense. King Oof Guy. That makes better sense. Yeah, Final Fight. Those games are great. I wish they would have kept making them. I mean, Sega just kind of brought back Streets of Rage, so I would love another Final Fight. This looks like we might need that same stuff. That almost looks like a hex wrench, though. Maybe we need a different item for that. Oh, and Hakon Mano? Let me know if I'm butchering that name. Thank you for the follow. That's true. You can re-equip some of those things, but I bet it would take a long time for that to actually heal and become usable again in that case. I mean, you severed everything. Oh, and King Oof Guy. Thank you for the follow as well. It really depends on the money. If the money's there, they will bring it back. So we'll have to see if, I guess, Streets of Rage does good numbers. Maybe we will get more Final Fight. I'm still impressed Resident Evil is going so strong after so many years. Okay, we've never been back here before.
Maybe it still works.
Some security cameras here. We were just there. We have some merchandise today. I'm not selling this, but I've had this hat for a while. I was going to wear a Resident Evil shirt, but the only one that I have, I gave to my wife a little while ago. It's just too small for me. So I thought I'd wear a hat. This is the first time I think I've ever worn a hat on stream, or at least a baseball cap. There's the elevator. Not sure where that room is.
Ethan.
Oh, there he is. Where is that?
I hope I make it in time.
Enhance.
Okay.
Enhance.
Bottom level.
All right, we got to go downstairs. Oh, God.
Stop it, Evelyn!
Oh, our hand.
Fucking hallucinations. Where is she?
Based on your arm, I don't think that was a hallucination. Ross Bergs, how's it going? It does confirm CSI agent or FBI agent or something. X-Files agent. Kind of doing the paranormal stuff. That was such a good show. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I really enjoyed X-Files when it was in circulation. Got some more gunpowder. Nothing in there. Let's see. You think Zoe put his arm back together due to the stitches and you were out for a solid 2 to 3 days? We could have been right. And yeah, we have no real concept of what day it is or anything. We've been knocked out so many times. It's hard to tell. Oh, the zoom in and enhance. You know, that always bugged me in movies and TV shows. When they have a really crappy, grainy picture, they zoom in and everything's clear as day. Doesn't work like that. Not at all. Got another bomb. Oh, wait, that's our first bomb, isn't it? Yeah, we haven't had any bombs as this character. Now, computers and AI have just started to get better at kind of cleaning up images that are a little bit blurry. You can't zoom in and see detail that wasn't there, but they are doing some really cool stuff with like sharpening edges and trying its best to make it look clear. When I played through Resident Evil 3, the GameCube version, I played a version through emulation that did have cleaned up backgrounds, and it looked great, honestly. There were some weird quirks, but overall, I think they did a really good job. Oh, we need a lockpick. There's our machine gun. I gotta ask, after all that crap, who put that machine gun in there? Okay, we got a wrench. We got a map of the ship. Excellent. Now, that lug wrench, I think we need for the elevator. Yeah, you zoom in on pixels, you get bigger pixels. You know, King Oof Guy, that kind of reminds me of Last of Us Part 2, where you get to play the game as one protagonist, you get involved in their story, and then poof, you're playing as somebody else. Some more herbs and spices. Colonel Sanders would be so proud of us. Okay, that just wraps around right here. Oh, this looks like a dead end, but there is another remote bomb. Yeah, Colonel Sanders. I just said KFC, herbs and spices. An old fast food restaurant reference. They used to have these commercials for KFC where they'd say, oh, it's our like secret blend of something, so however many herbs and spices. Collecting all these herbs just made me think of that. Oh gosh, it looks like we should be able to get back there. And as I was walking, there he is. I thought that I heard that guy. Oh no, I don't have a knife. Well, I guess we'll just have to shoot him. I wish there was a melee attack you could do with your gun. I can block like that, but I can't like swing my gun as an attack. Oh, can you shoot these tanks? I didn't even think about that. Maybe. No, I don't think so. That was a good idea, though. I know, can't even pistol whip. Come on, who trained this person? Okay, so I think we need to go this way, but it looks blocked off. That's empty. Can we climb out of here? I don't think there's anywhere to go that way. Oh, if it's red, then you can shoot it? That makes sense, right? I didn't think about that. Even if it's not an enemy, like random items will appear like that too. Okay, well, with what we've got, I think we want to jump back in the elevator and try out that wrench. That's a good tip, though. I love those little kind of gameplay nuances you don't always think about. Can I drop down, or is that going to hurt me? It looks like a pretty big drop. Maybe I should go try to use the elevator. Or not, the ladder, I mean, not elevator. The entrance is just right over here. Wasn't it? Oh no, how did I get down there? Oh, right here is where we drop down. That's right. Oh, I can't get up there. Never mind, I guess we do have to drop down. That's true, we've never died of falling damage in this game. I get so, pre-programmed by video games to never do a big drop. I remember in Last of Us 2, we have a really funny clip on the channel where I was playing as Abby and I was looking down this big drop and I'm like, wow, that looks like a pretty big drop, but I think we have to go down there. I immediately fall down and poof, dead. Instantly. I was like, come on, game. It looked like we could make it. And of course, I had to do some big battle all over again. Yeah, it's a long way down. It really was a long way down. Oh gosh, you didn't use that ladder at all. Oh, we can climb up or down. Let me check the map. Do we want to go to 2 or 3? You know, there's a lot of floor 3 we haven't checked out. Oh wait, we can't go to 3. 2 or 1. Let's go to 1. I don't remember what's on 1. Yeah, it's like a weird perspective thing, right, Raiden? In VR, drops like that are terrifying. Even if you're not really scared of heights. There we go. Ooh, I think I got him. I think I got both of them. Oh, there's another one, though. Oh, I remember this area. This is where we started. There was a number of monsters running around here, and I couldn't do anything. I had no ammo at the time. So we spent a lot of time just running away. What's the point of this? Just to look at it? Usually you find something to take out. Like, yep, that's a vest. I don't know if I read this or not. I don't think so. Dear Janet, hey, how's it going? I guess I'm scared something's going to sneak up behind me. I guess half a year or so will have passed by the time you get this letter. Life is so boring here. Day after day, just the same old sea. Although there is one thing that's different. This time we have some passengers sailing with us, which hardly ever happens. It's a couple with a little girl. I think they're distant relatives of the captain. Imagine, traveling on a tanker instead of a passenger ship. They must be hard up. I tried talking to the little girl earlier, and her dad shot me with this nasty look. What's he so worried about? Now that I think about it, the captain said he didn't even have any relatives. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I miss you. Love, Jim. Jim, I don't think you survived. Oh, is it pronounced Eve? Have I been saying Evie wrong the whole time? Okay, I only have 9 bullets. I think I'm just going to avoid that monster. Oh, what's this? Amazon River Cruise Guide. Beauty of the Black Lagoon. I know. Poor Jim. Just trying to talk to the little girl. Be nice. Oh, I don't think I've seen this either. Oh, Relentless. You found the clip. That's awesome. That's part of the reason I always do a double take on any drop. Okay, it's too late for us, but at least I can tell the world, or I can let the world know what happened here. I was on night shift yesterday, so I was taking a nap in the bunk room around noon. I was half asleep when I heard a kid, a little girl, laughing. Or was that all in my head? I woke up at 19:30 and there was some sort of ruckus in the passageway. Drew, one of the engineers, came in and said there was something going on down below, maybe a riot. He looked pale in the face. He told me he was going to check it out, but he never came back. It must have been around 1950 when I heard the scream. I went to the laundry room to check and saw Clark being eaten by some sort of blackish monster. The monster turned and started coming towards me. Huge, shark-like teeth snapping in its jaw. I just screamed like a little girl and ran for it. Now I'm huddled in the bunk room, shaking as I write this. There's a whole host of those creatures lurking in the passageways now. I can still hear screams now and then, but there's no way I'm going out there now. And that's it. I've written everything I know. Giovanni Fenici. Eve really just has some really bad, like, parental unit complex in that she just really needs a family and she's going to do whatever it takes to get it. You know, there's a save room right here. We should probably save. I feel like... Oh, crap. I think something's coming. It's been a long time since we saved, it feels like. We may have fully explored floor 1. There's one room right here we need some of that dissolving liquid, but we don't have any right now. Yes, Aether, we're doing really good so far. I have not died once this stream, thank goodness. We got close a couple times, but I haven't died. Oh, crap. Oh, crap! Oh, they're everywhere. I'm going to sneak up there. Excuse me. Come on, climb up, climb up. Why can't I climb? Oh, no, I'm going to die now. It's not letting me climb. These things are everywhere. Okay, let's go ahead and drop one of these. Oop. Did we get it? Whew. It wouldn't let me use that to climb up in the elevator. I know as soon as I say I haven't died, the game's like, oh yeah, John? How about some of this? Are you still there? Quit camping the elevator. I only have 9 bullets. I'm scared I wouldn't be able to take them. We got to get to the elevator, though. You just die. Oh, only 2 shots. Oh, I thought I was going to use up all my ammo on that thing. Still doesn't let me do it. There we go. Maybe I wasn't quite close enough. Even though it said F to climb, it wasn't working. Okay, let's try the second floor now. Hey, we got a knife. My OCD requires this B in slot 1. Look at the size of that knife. That's so much bigger than what Ethan had. He had like a little pocket knife. Now that's a knife. Yeah, fixed and improved. We have the technology. Oh, great. Can I sneak by you? I just want to go in this guest room, buddy. Okay. You can hang out there. Maybe I'll find some ammo to take him out. Ask and ye shall receive. There is ammo. Okay, we read that before, didn't we? Yeah, we did read that before. Hey, we finally found some corrosive. This is weird. We've been here before, but these items weren't there. They just kind of got... Somebody came by and dropped them for me. Just stab him in the booty. I feel like that wouldn't work too well for me. That's even better. He can just go ahead and disappear. I feel like I just saved it, and I don't think I've put anything in the box, but yeah, with my luck, if I don't save it, I'm going to die. So we'll go ahead and do another one. I think you get better rankings if you don't save very often. I don't really worry about the ranking too much. Yeah, we never put anything in here, so I'll go ahead and keep everything that I have. I really just want to check this out. Hey, another remote bomb. I should put the remote bomb... Oh, it's already there. Okay, perfect. Is there any room that requires corrosive? There's a few rooms we haven't been in on this floor. Oh, there we go. Now we have another way to get up and down. That's good. You know, I actually forgot how big this section of the game is. I was thinking it was just like, you know, an hour or two, but no, there's like a lot of content here. Oh, great. I'm gonna go this way. Don't have much ammo. Close the door, close the door. Oh, I heard a voice. Did you hear that? Do I have stronger gamer energy with hats? Well, what energy do I give off when I'm not wearing a hat? I don't know if it's an improvement or not. Okay, well, luckily we do have one of these. Oh, no, that's for something else. You know what? I think it's opened through a remote or something. I can see cords going to these pictures. Maybe do I have to make all the pictures right side up? I can't actually turn all of the pictures. I can turn these. How do you know which side is right side up? Oh, maybe they have to match. Okay, so that one has the turquoise on the top. Did I do it? Oh, there we go. Sweet. Okay, now we got lots of corrosive. That's perfect. The hat makes me better at gaming. You might not be wrong, Nate. I haven't actually died yet. The only thing I don't like is it's kind of pushing down on my ears a little bit. I think I just need to adjust my headset a little bit higher up. Drink them right in. It just instantly kills your character. Where are you? Oh, yeah, you're right there. Great. Oops. He just closed the door on himself. When he disappears, I'm going to try to run by him. Try to save my ammo. No chance. I don't want to try to knife these guys. I'll waste too much healing trying to knife them. I think you overestimate my gaming abilities. So I'm going to book it to these rooms right here. My guess is either one of them is open or one of them needs the corrosive, which is fine. I got 3 of them now. Are you still there? He's closing the door on me. Ah, God, I'm out of here. See you later, buddy. Oh! Excuse me. Okay, different plan. Let's drop this for both of them. Right about now. Yes, even better than trying to knife him. I love it when you get to take out 2 for the price of 1. That guy surprised the heck out of me. Oh, I don't think we've been here before. Have we? You know, I think we're getting close to the top floor, which is where we need to find Ethan. But before we do that, let's check out the bunk room. Yeah, see? Regular John would have just crawled in the corner, got in the fetal position, and died. This hat gamer John, we're doing it. Maybe I need to invest, oh crap, in a ton of hats so I can change things up. I have like 3 baseball caps that I regularly wear, and they're all gaming related. One of them is Witcher. Then there's this one. Oof. And then there's, I have a Legend of Zelda one as well. Stay down. What I'll do is I'll just have to buy a hat for every game that I stream. And I'll have this stupid, crazy collection of hats. "16 years since the nightmare of Raccoon City. The survivors are still suffering." Okay, so this is the first time the game gives us any connection between the original Resident Evils, or even Raccoon City, I think. So we know this takes place not even the day this game came out, the year this game came out. They said 16 years. The original came out in 95, which I think is when it says Raccoon City happened, or 96 time frame. So 16 years on top of that. Do it as a business expense. That's high IQ, Nate. I like that. Okay, let's make sure we don't miss any items here. Looks like a place they might hide some stuff. No, I think that's it. I mean, usually in these kind of games, Raiden, when I want to save ammo, I just run by him and never see him again. Sometimes you do have to go back that way, but not always. Do a hat unboxing stream. Unfortunately, when I get hats, usually they're like in those, just like a, sometimes they're in a box, but I've also gotten them in like those kind of just plastic wrap kind of things, which sucks because then they get beat up a little bit. Nice, we got 4 of these things. Remote bomb. Another remote bomb. The captain's cabin locker key. Oh, that's what we need for the machine gun. Oh, we got to go there. Got some chem fluid. Strong chem fluid. What do we have to mix? You know, I'm probably going to do a healing item because we don't have any healing items besides single herbs. So combine with this. There we go. Okay, I think that was all of this. Wait, the corrosive is mold. Is it going to come to life and get me? Where was the captain's room? I think it was downstairs, right? So let's just try taking the stairs. Or maybe it's this way. I kind of feel it's on this floor. Is that right? I guess I could just check the map and look. Control room, security. No, this is different. But we can open up that door over here, right? There's a corrosive door right over here. Oh, crap. Oh, did I have enough to make another healing? I only have 4 bullets. I'm going to have to make more bullets next time I get a chance. Oh, you're right. I did have one. Well, I can make some right now. Wait, don't use it there. There we go. Reload our gun. Let's see. Watch the chem thing mold. Already used it. You mean the chem pack? It turns to mold if you watch it? What? That looks like a door. It doesn't show up on the map. It's a fake door. Doesn't even tell me it's locked or anything. That's cool being able to see the rest of the ship. What the heck are these big things for? Looks like a big silo or something. What were they storing on this? Oh, yeah, when you use the corrosive, it does kind of look like a lock. I think it's, or it looks like the mold. I think it's just supposed to be burning, like black, like singed, I guess, but it does remind me of the mold, too. Anything in the bathroom stalls? Games always hide things in stalls. Nothing. Nothing. Come on. Hey, here we go. Lots of chem fluid. Okay, let's do some mixes. I'm going to make another strong heal. And we'll do a normal ammo. It looks like we already have a decent amount of machine gun ammo from when we get that. What? Oh! What is that? That's a big boy. What can I do here? Turn, turn, turn! Quicker. Oh god, I'm getting hit. That's a good idea, the bombs. I have a few now. Ouch, ouch. Okay, we gotta heal. I'm getting puked on. This better not be a dead end. Oh no! I think I dropped it. I can't even move. Nope, I did not drop it. Dead end. I'm so dead. Darn it! Oh, I was getting so close. Didn't realize I was a dead end or I wouldn't have even gone that way. Bummer. Okay, that adds 1 to the death counter. First death of this stream. And 1 token for you guys every time I die. Which, if you're new to the channel, of course, welcome again. Everybody that follows the channel gets one of these little avatars that we bring on stream every now and then. And for little things like that, when I drop a token, you can type !jump, and your little character will try to jump up and grab it. And you can use the tokens for a number of things. You can play sound effects during the stream. You can customize your little character with the tokens. And you can also save up a whole bunch and request a game for us to stream. But that takes a long time. And nice catch, Nate. Okay, well, glad we saved it not too long ago. Fat molded. That's what he's called. If this thing comes charging at you, aim for the legs to trip it up. That's a good plan. Oh, yeah. This game's also really good about checkpoints, which is nice. Is that pretty good for the whole game? Luckily for me, I had played it before, although I've forgotten much of it in the last 4 years. But yeah, I feel like I haven't been doing too bad. Okay, so this would be a good place right here to do it. Let's drop the first bomb right here, because I know he's coming this way. Right in the doorway. Were there any other items that I got? Yeah, these guys right here. I'm going to go ahead and do my mixing before he comes. I am ready. Oh, he already blew it up. What the heck happened there? He might have just detonated that one and screwed up my plan. Oh, I don't think bombs work on them. He can destroy them on his own. Oh. It said shoot the legs to trip him up. He does not appear to care at all. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, that was all my bombs, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't have any more bombs. He just blew them up with his puke. Game, you told me that I could shoot. Oh gosh, ouch! That I could shoot the legs. I don't believe you. I don't think he cares at all about the legs. Oh god! I've got like 3 bullets. Well, I still have to go back there and get that item. So I'm gonna try to ninja around him when he comes over here. Hey, he's like shooting the puke right through the wall. You jerk. Okay. No way, Raiden. I never give up. That's just how my playthrough's going. Gotta roll with the punches. Alright. Let's grab this thing real quick. Come on, go, go, go! Did I get the item? Oh, I have to disconnect this side too? Oh, man. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Take it. Alright, we've got the power cable. Move! Excuse me. I don't know where we need the power cable, but we got it. Oh, God, I'm so far away. How did you get me? Move! I'm not going to try to knife him to death. We're just going to run. Oh, he's so fast. I can't even outrun him. Where was the exit? Get the hell off this floor. Over here. Oh. Do we want to go up or down? Let's go up. Yeah, seriously, that's a really fast, fat enemy. Usually they're super slow. Although in Last of Us, the bloaters, is that what they call them? They could charge at you as well. Okay, well, I also have the key to the captain's cabin. There we go. So, even though we have no pistol ammo, I should be able to drop down, get the machine gun, and we have some... Oh, no! Not cool at all, game. And get that. I'm not going to be able to knife this guy. Move faster, Mia. Wait, why do you hope the machine gun sucks ass? Why would you ever hope that? Wait, that's not it. Where is it? Here we go. Stay away, stay... Oh, man. Grab it! What are you waiting for? Get off me! Oh, I'm almost dead. Oh. Oh, my lord. Why would you hope bad on me, Raiden? Are you upset that I'm not letting you backseat game to your heart's content? Which isn't the most fun thing on stream. That's true. It would have. But at the same time, Oh, F. That's right. It seems like I always thought I had to, like, push the door physically, but I guess you can just use the interact key and close it as well. You just wish bad on everybody. What a wholesome fellow you are. While also giving tips. Okay, we're out of heal. Oh, I don't have that. I really just want to save it. I really want to save it where we're at. Where's the nearest save point? If I go down one floor, I can't go up any further. If we go down a floor, there is a save point right there. I just don't know if I can get around all the monsters while trying to do that at the same time. That's going to take some luck. What about the staircase? Is that going to be safe? Like, part of me wants to use the healing item right now, which isn't going to help too much. And a part of me wants to save it to find some chem... Oh, I can't go that way. To save it, mix it with chem fluid, and have a better chance of survival. Oh, I can hear a monster right outside. I think I'm going to have to use it. Now he's gone. Okay. Let's book it to the right and try to get in there. Go, go, go. Close the door, John. They wouldn't hide a monster in here with the save point, would they? That would be really messed up. You know, we're actually kind of like right on time as far as how long this game's supposed to be. We're right around 10 hours, and I think people generally say you can beat this game in like 10 or 12 hours. Usually when I stream, the game time gets increased from, you know, me chatting and taking my time, but with an intense game like this, I kind of move pretty quick. Okay, so there's a lock right here. But I don't think I have any lock picks. Just speed run it. That is definitely not the way I like to play games. Unless I was purposely just trying to speed run a game I knew really well, which this isn't like that game. Okay, let's go back down. I really don't know what I need that cord for. Do you always accidentally speedrun? That's cool. I've probably had a few games I got an ending prematurely due to poor choices, but rarely do I kind of rush through a game. I feel like this ladder right here I haven't done yet. I think I need to do there. I'm speedrunning right now just so a monster doesn't sneak up on me and get me. Just until I can get some health. Yeah, I don't think we've been up here before. Hey, you got some more bombs? Come on, heals. Well, we do need a lockpick, so that's good. Oh, and there's a bobble right there. I have to use my machine gun to take it out. Pop. Okay, so we have to go back to the control room. So I need to go back upstairs now. Mia says, screw the ladder. I'm just going to drop down. Okay, I should be able to backtrack the way I came and get back up there. That's really cool that you can beat them so fast. And just on accident, too. It does help if you are not streaming, I'll say. I definitely beat games a bit faster when I'm not streaming. Since we're here, let's just overwrite that save again. Now I'm so scared of dying because I have no health. Very little healing items. It's like one hit and I'm dead. Okay, the lockpick was like right in here. Yeah, right, and I used to do that all the time, which kind of brought me into streaming, because this sort of reproduces that same effect. Especially with, you know, COVID and everything going down. Can't really have friends over to play games like we used to. Really? An antique coin? That's why it came back here? Oh, for online friends. Well, I mean, that's kind of the same thing, I guess. Now, when you stream through Discord, do you just have to chat with them through voice chat? Because I'm guessing, at least I haven't seen on Discord, if there's any way to have the same type of text chat like you have in Twitch. I mean, I guess you could open up a channel just for chat specific to the stream. I swear this looks like a door I can go through. There's also a door right here in the sick bay. Oh, that's where that monster pinned me. Well, now that we got a machine gun and some bombs, maybe I can take him out. It's all yelling. I don't do too much of that, whether I'm on stream or not streaming. I'm not even going to bother with the bombs because this jerk pukes on the bombs and destroys them before I can hurt him. So let's just try to take him out. Where are you at, buddy? Come on, Mr. Fatty McFat. Oh, you're behind me? How the hell did that happen? Oh, God. One hit and I am dead. You do not die, do you? Oh, just as I say that. Oh, come on! I thought I was dead. Okay, so they also explode. I got no health left. Gosh. Okay, let me just see if there's any more mixing things around here that I missed. If not, I'll definitely have to do that. Yeah, now we are at one hit. I can't even take the tiniest scratch. Oh, we got another one of those, though. Yes, and very true. Thank you, Relentless. So, what was the deal with this door? It's just... it's a decorative door. There's no way through either way. Although I've been on this side, so I guess it doesn't matter. It would be a nice shortcut, though. So was there any point to me coming back here? I was hoping I'd find an item there. Not really. We don't have decorative doors. Nope, not in my house. I guess the Winchester Mystery House, they do have some decorative doors that like lead to nowhere. I mean, right, and it shouldn't be too confusing, but if someone was a victim of it, it wouldn't be the most fun word to hear all the time. It could be very traumatizing. All right, so... Well, now I'm not really sure where to go. I guess I just got to find where this thing goes. I just can't think of where on the map we connected something. Oh, you know what? Recreation room. We haven't been in there yet, and now I have more corrosive fluid to actually get in there. So it's probably in there. Yeah, it's more so the word itself, regardless of how you use it in different context. It's just an easy word not to use, so appreciate it if you don't. And luckily, it's one of those words that's easy to not use. It's not like there's no substitute for what you're trying to express. You could say it's ear piercing. You get the same effect, and nobody's really going to be offended by that. Okay, I think it was on the first floor. Yeah, recreation room. It's right behind me. I'm still praying. Let's go save it. I'm still praying we don't get attacked because one hit and I'm dead. Yeah, I really just need some chem fluid so I can make a proper heal. I'm avoiding using the herb by itself so bad. Oh no, it's okay, Raiden. I mean, nobody's perfect. I definitely said words in my past that, you know, you just kind of say with friends. It just kind of becomes part of your vernacular. And you don't think anything of it. And then later on, as you meet different people, times change and whatnot, you find out, oh, that's really not a cool word to use. And I've had words like that in my past that I've had to train myself not to use because I don't have to use the word. It's just, you just kind of, I was just saying it with friends all the time. So I'm glad I was able to kind of get those out of my vocabulary. Hey, Azucha, how are you doing? Glad you could drop by. What's going on? Where was it? Oh, on the other side. Where was that? Oh, it's even further up. My bad. Let's see. Fiber is so much better. I bet. Congratulations on that upgrade. What have you been doing with it to kind of like test out your new connection, Azucha? Okay, let's use some of this stuff right here. We've never been in this room before. That's 100% relentless. Nobody's perfect, and that's why nobody ever has to like worry about making mistakes. You just want to learn from your mistakes. Carry more items? I already thought we had the backpack upgrade. Look at all this inventory room. Mia is officially a pack mule. Oh, did you have to stream stuff off of cellular every time you wanted to watch Twitch? Oh, that's had to have been terrible. If I could ever get fiber at my house, the thing I'm most excited about is downloading games from Steam. They will come down so quick, and uploading videos to YouTube. For me, with cable internet, it's a little bit slow. It takes a while. Got some more bombs, which honestly, with my health, I'm probably just going to blow myself up. Okay, well, we got a lot of cool items, but I guess I still just have to find where we're going to use this item at. What is it? A power cable. Looks like to have all the connections intact. That's good. But to be honest, I don't know where to use this thing. Like, what room have I been to that required a power cable? Was it the elevator? Maybe it's the elevator that needs it. I mean, we did put a fuse in there, but then I think something broke. Yeah, let's try the elevator. And, you know, you don't think about it, but sometimes a better internet connection just helps things overall for multitasking, especially when you have multiple people in the house. Like before, you might have been able to do one thing just fine. But if you wanted to watch Twitch and download a game on Steam, that might be too much. So when you get that faster connection, boom, everything's so much better. Yeah, I think this is where we need it. Okay. There we go. Oh, and we need a fuse. Crap. Okay, we have not found that yet. Okay, where haven't I been? Maybe down to S3? I don't know if I can get down that far. I was going to say let's try using the stairs, but I feel like the stairs are kind of blocked off when I try to go down that way. Yeah, see, right, Azucho, when you multitask like that, oh, it's fantastic. You never notice any problems. Yeah, see, there's stairs right over here. I'm going to try to go down. You know, I know for sure our upload speeds aren't quite good enough because when I'm streaming, it's using a good chunk of our upload speeds, but it seems to work fine for this. But if Andy was to try to upload something to YouTube right now, it floods our internet and it kills my stream. No, we can't actually go downstairs here, unfortunately. And you have 10 up, 100 down. I think ours is like 30 or 40 up and a gigabyte down. So our download speeds are really good. But upload speeds, it's easy to overwhelm it. Okay, there's another room behind the dining room. It looks like I haven't been in. Let's try that out. Just right in here. Which is weird. I could have sworn I've been in here. I feel like the game reset the room. Hey, some more ammo? Wait, maybe I was here in the flashback. Maybe that's why I'm confused. I feel like I'm exploring this whole game twice. And trying to keep track of which I did on which playthrough. Okay, well there's that. Yeah, the difference here is this was blocked off in the other room. Yeah, we were here as Mia and also here as Mia 3 years later. Hey, got some gunpowder. Of course, I don't have any fluid to mix. If I did, I would have already made a healing item. Well, dang. Okay, well, now we're just looking for the fuse. And does the map change color if you don't have all the items? Like a specific room changes color? I remember that, I think, in the Resident Evil 2 remake, which was fantastic. I love that. This one doesn't seem to do that. It would be nice if I had psychostimulants, because that would show me every item to pick up. Okay, let's try going up to the next floor. I think I can use the stairs. Did Village bring it back? That's good. Oh, this is blocked off. Dang it. You know, I think we've seen that door from the other side, though. So that's okay. Yeah, I feel like I just missed that fuse somewhere. It's probably just chilling out in the open. I walked right by it. That's where I wasted the rounds. That's right. Let's go ahead and override our save. I feel like I need to save every chance I get just because of my health. Hey! Oh, I'm so happy. Let's make a healing item and use it immediately. Wait, no, what happened? Here we go. Ah, we're not fully healed, but at least we're green. Oh, I can't actually look at my health anymore. Besides the blood splatter. With Ethan, he had that watch. We don't have that as Mia, do we? Yeah, I can't bring it up. Wish I could take a fuse from that thing. Yeah, I really feel like I just walked right by it. So let's kind of scan the environment. Make sure we don't miss anything. I try to leave everything open that I opened so I know I've already checked it. If I close drawers, I'm going to reopen them the next time I see them. Be like, ooh, what's in here? Nothing. You've already been there, John. Let's see. You're going to be hyper for another solid 5 minutes before the caffeine kicks in. Oh, right. And you're one of those people that kind of caffeine actually slows you down. I'm the opposite. Caffeine will wake me up. And like beer and alcohol or something will slow me down. I guess uppers are downers and downers. But for some folks, it's the opposite. Caffeine slows you down. And if you were to have a downer, it actually wakes you up. I would think the fuse would be back here where the big monster was. That's where we got this thing. Was there a fuse here too? Oh, that might be too convenient. They wouldn't put both items in the same room, right? We got all the mixing stuff there. That's right, we did have it in the flashbacks. So now the question is, where the heck did we put it? Yeah, no fuses in here. And for some people, they've had caffeine so often that if you take caffeine, you're just normal. If you don't have caffeine, then you're very worn down and tired, which that's not a good state to be in. You don't want to be that dependent on it. It's easy to get there, though. Caffeine is very addicting. That's right. Mia did have it was the exact same watch, right? Okay, well, I think I've fully explored this area. We went all the way around there. Let's check the floor down. We'll just kind of go down one floor at the next one. Did I check this area already? Yeah, that's where we found the healing item. Okay, let's drop down. Or is it up? And Wazzer, can't you take the fuse from the flashback? I mean, as Resident Evil, you could expect stuff like that. Imagine Wazzer just reaching into the past. Oink! If they keep making these Resident Evil games, they're going to have to do something like that just to keep it interesting and exciting, right? Like, all right, I guess we need time travel. Oh, that's right. I forgot about you. He's just waiting for me. You know, this might be the area where I'm missing something because I wasn't able to fully explore around here. And welcome to the stream again, Wasser. Are you a big fan of Resident Evil? Or Resident Evil 7 specifically? Okay, we checked these drawers. Nothing down there. Where are you hiding, Fuse? Okay, that's a dead end. Maybe I missed it in the captain's cabin. There was a whole bunch of stuff in here. That's where we got the machine gun. Can't check those drawers. I wouldn't think it would be that well hidden. You'd think it'd be pretty much out in the open because it's something you really need. And in this corner, we opened up a locker, but I think it was empty. Am I missing anything on this floor? That's pretty much it. All right, I think this floor is a bust. I just wasted some ammo on that enemy. Okay, let's drop down. Probably right in. I probably walked by a fuse box 3 times. Bop. Okay, we were on this floor previously, so let's drop down here. And this time I'm going to go up. There's where we need the fuse. Probably relentless. It's going to be so embarrassing when I actually find it. I'm just going to be like, how in the hell? It's probably in the elevator where I need to put it. But it's going to be so obvious. I'm just going to be, how the hell did I miss this? So you've only played the Resident Evil 2 remake, and you watched a bunch of videos, though, and you want to finish all of them yourself. It's such a good series, Wasser. If you just talk about the mainline games, I think you could personally skip 6. It's not the worst game ever made, but it's definitely not a very good Resident Evil game. But in my opinion, they just kind of leaned way too heavy on the action side. And the story gets crazier and crazier. They kind of realized what they were doing, and they reset the whole game, basically, for this one. Which I think was definitely an improvement. Except if you're trying to find a fuse. This was just a dead end, right? I don't think there was much of anything up here. Yeah, we opened this up. We got something out of there, but yeah, there wasn't anything else in here. But yeah, if you want to kind of get a good history lesson, Wasser, and am I saying that right? Wasser? Be sure you try out the Resident Evil original remake. You can skip the first one because the remake does everything it did, but so much better. And you kind of get an idea of how the classic games were with the static camera angles. It's an old, kind of archaic design, but I love it. I guess if I wanted to play a greatest hits, I'd play the original remake, then the remake of 2, the remake of 3, 4, although apparently they're remaking 4 as well. And then jump into like 7, 8. 5 is good too, but it also kind of leans too heavily into that action for me. They're fun to play co-op though. I guess if you can play 5 and 6 with a friend, that's the best way to experience those games. Oh, and 0. I forgot about 0. That's a good one too. Yeah, no fuses around here. Oh, 100% right in, yeah. At some point, though, I think they're going to stop calling it Resident Evil with a number. They're just going to run out of ideas for their creative putting the Roman numerals in the titles. They're probably just going to call it Resident Evil Castle or something. I don't know. Now, you don't really have to play Resident Evil 0 before Resident Evil 1, Wasser. It is kind of a prequel, but I don't think it's necessary to play before. You can kind of play Resident Evil 0 anytime you want. Okay, this is the room we started in. There was a bunch of stuff left here later on, but I don't see a fuse. What if there was a fuse in my item box? I would be so embarrassed. All right, we did a full circle. We didn't find anything, so let's drop down into floor number 1. Although, in my personal opinion, the story of Resident Evil 0 isn't necessarily its strongest asset. I think going from 7 to 8 makes a lot of sense, but for me personally, I could play 2 or 1 first, and I wouldn't really feel like I was missing too much. The stories are very just kind of wild and crazy, and I don't think there's really a ton of like big, oh my gosh, revelations. There's a few, but I think you'd be okay. Yeah, we read this before. However, I missed this. How did I miss this thing? Hey, some more healing. No fuse, though. I actually want a fuse more than I want healing. Have I never been here before? I feel like I never even walked over this way. I would have picked that up, right? You know, maybe I walked through this room very quickly, running away from monsters or something. No, we read this. Yeah, this is the one with Jim's note. Yeah, we've definitely been here. It looks like there's a vial of something, like right there. If the fuse was in this jacket, somehow I'd be pissed. I've looked at it multiple times. Give me that thing! It's probably a flare. Something we don't need. Okay, well, I think that's it here. I don't think there's anything else. Where are we? The laundry room? This also needs a fuse. Did I already take the fuse out of there? I don't remember this. Maybe I did. Maybe I used it somewhere else. Or maybe it's the game hinting that I dropped it somewhere. We still have the tissue samples. But no, I don't have a fuse. That would have really upset me if I had the fuse the whole time. Hey, machine gun ammo. It's already fully loaded. Check all the laundry. Yeah, that would have made sense if the fuse was like right here. Or on the floor even. Like somebody took it out and left it there. Check that. Pretty much relentless. We were making great progress. And then I missed an item somewhere. And now we're at a standstill. We've got to find that thing. What's over here? General... I get what you're doing, game. You have to use the same fuse you've been using elsewhere and just take it out and move it on to the next one. I put that fuse there so long ago, I forgot about it. Alright, so what do I get when I put it here? Anything? Something turn on? I think that's where we initially took it. Okay, now we can go to the elevator. Oh, was there a lever? I didn't see a lever. There's kind of a valve down there, but yeah, no lever. Okay, now we can finally go to the elevator. It took way too long. Sorry, guys. I completely forgot that I had taken it out, or I'd used it for that door, and I didn't realize I could use it again. Okay, so let's climb up. And I believe we're going to use this to get to the top floor, because that's where they said Evelyn was hiding. There we go. What was this note? I don't think I noticed this before. Louis, the cable is completely fried. We had a replacement, but we had to go fix something in the 3rd floor sick bay. You're going to have to go ask Dr. Waddell for it. That's where I got that cable. I'm needed down in the number 2 engine room, but I can't get down there unless we get this thing working. Dwayne. Okay, I guess I never really thought of it before, but this right here, I can't move my mouse, where it says NO2, why is that how you abbreviate number? There's no O in number. Is there a good reason for that I can't think of? We've been using it forever, but I just don't know why NO2, it means number 2. Oh, Nikolaj, thank you very much. Yeah, I was going to wear a Resident Evil shirt, but I didn't have any. The one I had is too small. So, thought I'd wear a hat instead. I don't usually wear a hat on stream. That would, I mean, technically NU would be more accurate, I guess. Or just NUM, too. That'd probably be the best. No, right in. That's not a very fair question, because NO2 looks more pleasing. Because I'm used to it. I've seen it forever, but it makes no sense to me. Oh, there we go, Nate. Okay, that makes sense. Numero uno. All right, I'll let it pass. Well, I thought I was supposed to use that to go to the very top floor. But maybe I'm supposed to use it to get to the bottom one. Let's go to S2. I don't think I've been there either. We've already explored floor 4. Words are hard.
Waiting.
Who's he? Ethan? You mean Ethan's waiting? Okay, we have a lot of shotgun ammo. This is good. Or not shotgun, machine gun. Oh, I see something. Oh, it's above me. That's creepy. Don't like that. I do like that strong chem fluid, though. Oh, I want to save it for a healing item. Oh, hello. Oh, there's something behind me. Move, move, move. I'm pretty sure I could use that. Oh gosh, he's right there. Almost got me. There we go. I'm pretty sure I could use that strong chem agent to make more machine gun ammo. This music is so cool. I like it. It's got a lot more intensity than most of the soundtrack so far. I gotta start using bombs. I've got 7 bombs. Let's save our machine gun ammo. Oh, speaking of bombs. Come on, buddy. Play with me. Resident Evil Jesse. I'd ask you if you liked Resident Evil, but I think your name gives it away. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Oh, he's right there. Come on, buddy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Jerk. You tricked me. Oh, okay. We'll have to use that heal. Darn it. He was camping me. How smart is the AI in this game? He like knew there was a bomb. He was like, I'm not going to go in there. Come on. I'll wait for you to poke your head out wondering where I am. Oh, I missed this. Excellent. We just replaced the first aid kit I wasted on that monster. So I always ask this, Jesse, whenever somebody jumps in here. Funny, Jesse, that's one of my pups' names. Which is your favorite Resident Evil game? It's very tough to pick one for me. I have like 4 that are like my top tier. This is the area where the game gives you lots of ammo, lots of weapons, because you're going to be fighting a lot of monsters. And or a big boss. Oh, we got some more handgun ammo. That's cool. Yeah, Nick, that escalated very quickly, didn't it, Nicolaj? Looks like there should be something cool here. Oh, I don't like this room. There's so many places for things to hide and pop out. How many bombs do I need to have? They're giving me so many goodies. This is going to be terrible. So the 1 and 2 remakes and 7, and you'll do speed runs on those. Oh, that's really awesome. I've never tried a speed run. I was going to say a Resident Evil game. I never tried to speed run any game. But I don't think I've played any game enough times to properly do a speed run. Maybe Phantasmagoria. I could probably learn to speed run that. We should use a bomb. I've got a lot of these. Come on, buddy. Boom! You got no legs. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Forrest Gump. You didn't know that movie. Oh, another one! Oh, okay. I'm gonna try a bomb, even though he's usually pretty good at blowing them up before he reaches them. Come on, buddy. Don't break the bomb. Just walk over it. Come on. He's not coming over here. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna put another one right below you. Come on. Boom! Another one right below you. Boom! Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. I forgot about that. I'm just staring at him in victory. Yeah, Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. I always have to say that whenever somebody says, hey, you guys want ice cream? Yes, I do. That's always the correct answer. Oh, crap. I meant to switch to my knife. There we go. What about you? You got anything? I immediately loot corpses. So you do have 1, 2, 6, 7, and Revelations 1 and 2. I think I have most of them as well. I've never played through the Revelations games. Have you played through Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles? Because if you're a big fan of them, Jesse, you'd probably enjoy those too. They're kind of like fan service games. You get to play through scenes from other Resident Evil games in like first person. I've only ever played Umbrella Chronicles, but I heard Darkside Chronicles is even better. Oh, do I have more of that stuff? I do. We got a few. Oh, you have them on the Wii? So do I. Coin. What do I need coins for? I mean, we don't have access to any of those things at the beginning mansion to like unlock stuff, do we? I guess we're just collecting them to 100% the game. Okay, this is just a cargo bay, so we should check this first. Why are you so noisy, Mia? What's going on? It sounds like my character's poisoned or something. Another bomb? I feel like our character is like stuck on like a hurt sound. I just don't know if there's any more bird cages at the end of the game like this. I can't aim my gun at her. You could try. As soon as I move my mouse that way, it goes away.
I need you to do something.
There's Ethan. I don't want to do
Ethan.
anything. We gotta rescue Ethan.
Ethan?
Wait, what's happening?
Ethan?
Oh, flashback.
Hey, shh. I know. I'm not gonna hurt you. Hell, I never would have if I could have helped you.
What do you mean?
I'm no killer, son. Neither is Marguerite, nor my boy Lucas, or even Zoe here. That girl, Evelyn, she did this.
What the hell is she? No, what did she do to you?
She infected us with her gift. That's what she calls it.
Gift.
I found her near a busted out tank in the bayou. Everything changed after that.
So she infects you and then she takes control?
No. Not exactly, son. She just... She forces her way into your mind, your soul. You can't fight back. You are connected to her, and you can't resist the urge to... Oh, you're a different person after that.
Just like Mia. So Mia sent me that message because of Evelyn.
Listen, the girl just wants a family of her own. She's the key, all right? You find her, and you stop her.
It's just that easy.
Ethan, free my family. Please.
Oh, that's so sad. So this is more of like a dream than a flashback. They're actually talking to Ethan right now. I guess through this connection they have with Evelyn.
Stay away from him.
By the way, Tajay, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see
He
you.
doesn't love you. I can make him love you.
Don't hurt him.
Silly, I told you I'm not gonna hurt him.
Don't you dare.
So what? You're not my mommy. Remember?
We're like encased in this stuff right now. Oh, we're playing as Ethan now, aren't we? Get out of there, Ethan. There we go. That's so cool. Oh, and Jesse, there are more bird cages. By the way, Jesse, thank you for the follow.
There's no time. You have to get out of here and find her. Here.
She's right
take
behind you.
this.
What? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Saving your life.
She's
You
she's
need
right
to
there.
go. I won't be able to resist for much longer.
Oh no.
No,
She's turning into a zombie
Never
thing
kill that
again.
little bitch.
no. Mia! No!
That sucks. And we're back to nothing. When we start as Mia, lose all your stuff. When you start as flashback Mia, lose all your stuff. When you get back to Ethan,
Okay, you little bitch. Where the fuck are you?
still have no stuff. What's the point of inventories anymore? Or maybe I should have been putting stuff in the locker, the big storage bin, and then I could retrieve them later. Oh no. Oh, it's going away. It's all your fault. Why is it Ethan's fault? What did Ethan do? We were just coming to see me. Oh, did we ruin your family? I'm so sorry about that, Evelyn. You're wholesome, totally down to hang out and be a family family. We're out of the ship. That's good. But we're trying to find her, huh? No, Samoan. We actually did inject Mia, our wife. I think that's kind of supposed to be the canon part of the story. I guess if you do Zoe, that's not exactly how it plays out in the future games. Kind of funny that they gave you that choice if they're going to go with one option in the overall story later. Where is this? The ship was really close to something. That's true, Aether. Like, that's a good question. Is where did the girl come from? What really happened to her? That's right. I just heard a helicopter. This is so gross. What are they? Are those dead fish? I think it's a dead fish. Yeah, I know in some of the trailers they show some stuff in Resident Evil 8. I've been trying to avoid as much as possible, so I go in pretty blind. Oh, now we have the same inventory that Mia had. Nice. Oh, I don't have anything. I can't break the bobblehead. Some ammo. February 18th, 1892. This is a really old note. There was a collapse in the Patterson mine. Tuan and Beckford are dead, and Huxley will never walk on his own again. Old man Stan was right. The ground there is too unstable. February 19th. The company is not going to send us any replacements. They want us to work double shifts instead. I can't wait to get back to the old country. Oh, that was it. There's a sign here. Abercrombie Salt Mine, South Dulve. Little known fact, this also started Abercrombie and Fitch. What is this? Are they watching us from that helicopter? Oh, they took a picture of the helicopter. Oh, could we talk to the helicopter? You won't say about the storyline, but it's a good game. I can't wait. By the way, Tajay, I meant to ask you. I wasn't sure how early we were going to finish Resident Evil 7, but it seems like it's not going to be early enough for me to consider it. But are you down for the next stream on Tuesday to start Mass Effect? Because it's finally out. We can do it. You waited so long, so patiently.
Alpha 1, this is Bravo 1. Do you read? This is Alpha 1. Report. Did you find anything?
A thorough search of the Baker property revealed 0 survivors. Repeat, 0 survivors. We did find evidence of a skirmish.
Evelyn?
Negative. However, we did find several encrypted messages from the Baker's son Lucas to an unknown third party. You can probably guess who that was.
That's just great. We've had reports in the abandoned mine south of the property. I'm gonna go have a look.
Roger that. We'll meet you at those coordinates.
If you encounter Evelyn, orders are shoot to kill. Repeat, shoot to kill.
I forgot all about the mine area in this game. I was thinking that was just part of the DLC that I played. Ah, here we go. Finally, we found these guys. I've already done 2 of them, so we only have the Magnum to try to unlock. I doubt that I've found enough of these things, though. You've taken Mia's things. Little did you know that Ethan was a grand master pickpocket. Right before she shoved him through the door, he quickly went, just grabbed everything. Ah, we don't have enough coins. We got 6. We need 9 coins to actually do that. Oh, and we have to go back and get that bauble. That's right. Okay, well, let's... Oh my gosh, so much stuff. Okay, screw your little puny knife. We're taking the survival knife. That thing is way bigger. In this case, size does matter. I should probably take a few guns. Let's take... Is the M19? Is that our... I think that was the gun we repaired, so that's better. Yeah, Lucas was an arse even before Evelyn. That's true. Okay, let's take some handgun ammo. Oh, I have enhanced handgun ammo as well. Oh my gosh, we have so many choices and not enough inventory for everything. Do I take the machine gun or the shotgun or both? We have a ton of machine gun ammo, so I think I'm going to take that. So you haven't actually played it, someone, but you did watch some other streamers play it, something you'll probably never play. That's the fun thing about horror games is a lot of times you're interested in the story, but you don't want to play. Streaming is perfect for that, right? It is the better of the 2 handguns. Okay, thank you for the reminder. Okay, let's take some healing. What do we want for our 4th weapon? I don't have a lot of grenades, so I don't think I'll take that. We have a lot of shotgun shells, so maybe we'll take the shotgun. And our shells. Okay, we're starting to fill up here. 5 herbs? Let's see if we can make some more. Yeah, we got that backpack as soon as we started with this, which is nice. Do I have any regular... What do you call those? Chem things? I don't think so. We don't have regular ones, so... Actually, I'll probably just take these. And let's drop these back in there. Okay, 6 is probably a good inventory to start with. I feel like we got a bit of room. Yeah, we need 9 for that. 3 more coins and we can get the Magnum. Oh, I missed this right down there. Some more psychostimulants. Let's drop these off. Oh, it was so annoying, right? And I've definitely spent a lot of this game doing inventory management for sure. Can I reach this with our knife before that ladder tries to grab me? Come on. You could do it, Ethan. I believe in you. There we go. Just barely. Yeah, that's very common, Samoan, which is awesome. Some of these are just a little too intense. You're like, yeah, I don't want to be holding the controller, but I'd love to still see the story. Whoops. Stab that thing. There we go. Rosbergs, what happened? Why are you so proud? Oh, we should reload all of our guns. There we go. And also, this is just my OCD. I like having the shotgun, oops, in slot 3. How do I move that? I can't seem to move it. There we go. You have to click on it once and then drag. You can't just drag without selecting it first. Let's see, your razor mouth has been broken since September, and since your cat poured water on it. Oh no, just that little kitty knocking something over. You've been waiting forever to see if having it in rice would solve it, and finally had enough and pulled it apart, and now it works. Right on, Rosberg. So nice to not have to buy a whole new mouse. That's fantastic. Let's see. Oh, and with Outlast, Outlast is really creepy. I could see that. Have you ever tried to do a horror game in VR, Raiden? To me, that is just the scariest way to play any game, is in VR. Like, I've played a lot of horror games, and they don't faze me too much. I just enjoy them. But in VR, it's a different kind of reaction. Oh, some more chem fluid. Did I say razor mouth? I mean, have you ever seen Hellraiser? I did, Aether. When I first played this in 2017, I played this game in VR on my PS4. And it was the scariest game I've ever played. Oh, look at all of them. They're so cute. They're just chilling there. I got an idea. I'm going to go grab some bombs. I kind of forgot about bringing bombs with me. Let's see if I can't round them all up and kill them with a single bomb. We had a ton of bombs before. I used a few on that fat zombie, but yeah, we still got 6. There we go. Movement is one thing that you're huge on, and you can't do that well in VR. Well, a lot of VR games now, right? And you can play just like a regular game. Like when I played this in VR, I used a PS4 controller. It controlled exactly the same as it does with regular gaming, except the aiming was even better because you would actually like just move your head a little bit to aim. And that was pretty cool. It was much more accurate than trying to use a PlayStation analog stick. You like to see... Oh, wait! Oh, come on. I was going to round you all up. Okay, we might still be able to do that. Come on, guys. We got something fun for you. Okay, I'm trying to get them all in one pile. It's not too bad. Oh, there's another one behind me. Crap. There we go. Took 2. Oh, I still didn't kill him. Come on. Why you gotta be so tough to kill? Let's see, Samoan Girl, you like to see the streamer's reaction in a first-time playthrough? A couple of streamers had their first time spoiled when playing at dead of night. That sucks. Yeah, it's tough to avoid spoilers, especially when you don't have a Relentless in your mod team that just shuts that down so quick. When we were playing Last of Us 2, gosh, the people trying to spoil the game, it was absolutely ridiculous. But, yeah, Relentless's banhammer action is strong. I love it. We had no problems. Got an herb. You know, I should probably use one of our chem things that we just found. Let's max that out. There we go. Now we got 3 and 3. Oh, sorry, right. I meant Resident Evil 7. This game right here, I played with a PS4 controller, but in VR, which I think is the only way you can play that game. And it worked fantastically. So you wouldn't have no problems with movements. And honestly, like games like Half-Life Alyx and stuff, you can use the analog sticks to move around. You don't have to use teleportation movement or anything. So I think those games control just as well as any other game. There are some older VR games that were kind of locked down to like teleportation movement or like snap turning, and it feels very limited. But I think most games now let you do anything. You want to save up for an index? They are fantastic, but it's hard to say if it's really worth the premium, to be honest. You get a lot of functionality out of like the Oculus Quest 2. The only problem is you also give up all of your data to Facebook. So if you don't have a problem with that, I recommend getting a Quest. Now, you do a great job, Relentless. Thank you very much. Gosh, it's really dark in here. That is one thing I haven't done too much of, is trying to do full room tracking. Because the room I'm in right now, it's pretty small. I can't move around too much and swing my arms without breaking a TV or monitor. So, but honestly, still VR to me is fantastic, even if you're just standing in place for the most part. You want to buy Index just for Half-Life Alyx? It's fantastic. I streamed Half-Life Alyx on my Index. I loved it. It was great. One of my favorite games of the year, for sure. Stay back. Stay back. Ooh, nice shot. Oh, you get motion sickness? That is tricky. Although, from what I've heard, Raiden, VR sickness is a little bit different than normal motion sickness. Apparently, the more you do it, the less you feel it. So if you can, do it until you start to get sick, then take a break, come back to it, and eventually people say you get your VR legs. I'm going to pop these. We have enough ammo. I just don't want to deal with these. And Amir, how are you doing, Amir? Welcome back. I'm doing great. I'm so happy it's the weekend. It was a very long work week. How about you? How are things? Pop. The only game that gave me any kind of VR sickness was when I was first trying out VR on the PS4. I bought that PlayStation, what was it called? VR Worlds, I think. And it had like 4 or 5 games on there. And one of them, you were in this robot. And it was very much zero gravity, where you could jump from like the floor to the wall to the ceiling. And every time you did that, your whole view kind of changed. That definitely made me feel nauseous the first time. So I just took a break. I came back to it later. And then it was a little bit less of a problem. Took a break, came back later, and then I was fine. Never been sick since. But some people are definitely more prone to it. Oh, thank you, Amir. Yeah, I wanted to wear some kind of Resident Evil themed thing for this stream. Heck, maybe I'll just do it through the entirety of the Resident Evil 8 streams. Crap. And then I don't have to worry about styling my hair. Oh, there you are. Oh, there's 2 of them. Let's use a bomb. Oh, nope. Let's use this bomb. If I can lure them in here, they might kill themselves. Hey, like that. Oh, no, they're coming back. At least one was... And you still did die? That's 2 explosions? That guy's way too durable. Go down, please. Jeez. Do full body and big room. The only problem with trying to do full body in most games is some games are just so big. Not full body, but I mean room scale. It just doesn't work. Like Half-Life Alyx, it's a big world. You can kind of do room scale, but at some point you're going to have to move your character with some type of artificial locomotion. You could do like the teleportation. That would work. And that's a good point. Yeah, VR is like the next closest thing to being with somebody in the same room. Oh, you have an extra hard exam in Corona? Wait, an exam in Corona? What do you mean, Amir? I'm confused. I feel like there should be some goodies in here, but I guess we got everything. So you've been in several streams. Members and chat have to be banned from the channel. Oh, because of spoilers and stuff, Samoan? We've definitely banned people trying to do spoilers, but that was like their only intent. I've never had anybody come in here that was really cool and then just casually drop a spoiler. People typically know not to. It's mostly folks that come in here with the intention to spoil. So the first thing they say is a spoiler. Oh yeah, that's going to make it so much easier, right in, for sure. Gosh, I've forgotten most of this part of the game. Oh gosh! And we got 2 of them. Let's try this. Boom! How did that work? Not quite. Ooh, okay, that wasn't too bad. Hey, Mr. Doctor Professor, how is it going? Welcome. We're nearing the end of the game. I'm so excited. We wanted to play this before jumping into Resident Evil Village. So you have an exam, and in Iran, the coronavirus is very dangerous, and you should go to class. Oh, I see what you mean. You have to take an exam, but it's in person, so you have to kind of put yourself in harm's way. I just got my 2nd vaccine shot. Very lucky I was able to. And unfortunately, it's going to take like a week or 2 for me to be fully vaccinated, and you still got to be careful, but still very, very fortunate for that. Right in. I prefer to be called Dog, right? What's up, Dog? Oh, things are going great. What do you prefer to go by the way? I got so many names I could call you. Them? Oh no, that doesn't work. Mr., Doctor, or Professor. Just Doc? Doc works. Well, welcome, Doc. Yeah, what's up, Doc? I like that. I did get the vaccine. Yeah, so I have had my 2nd Pfizer shot. I had it on Wednesday. The 2nd day after the shot, I was a little bit tired. I felt a little bit weak, but by the 2nd day, 100% good to go. That's your nickname? Hey, did you choose it or was it chosen? Oh, where did you come from? Or did somebody choose that for you? Here we go. Oh, and another one. Reload, reload. Oh, gosh. Excuse me. Oh, he got me. My juke skills were not that good. Where are you, buddy? I know you're... Oh! There we go. Ooh, I am burning through this pistol ammo like there's no tomorrow. Both your friends and you just made it up together. Hey! If it fits, it works. Let's see. An underage or are just causing issues? One member in a chat told the disabled streamer to get over his disability. It's like if you're in a wheelchair, what the heck? Just get over it. Start walking. It's no problem. That's true. Sometimes it is a kid and they just don't know any better. I would say more often than not, it's just a jerk. Oh, it looks like I can push this and toss it down this hill. Oh, thank you, Amir. I mean, we're not a huge stream here, so typically I can respond to all the chat messages. I do my best, but inevitably, especially if I'm in an intense section of the game or if chat's moving too fast, I might miss something. Never feel bad about repeating it. You can even like at John Cadia and then say your message again if you have to repeat it, because that will highlight it on my screen so I know like, oh crap, definitely read this. But I always try to read everything. And I mix people up 100%. If I was to talk to Raiden and I accidentally say Doc or something like that, I am meaning to talk to you, Raiden. I'm multitasking. Easy to get things mixed up. Okay, well, let's see what's down here first. Looks like a dead end. Nada. Yeah, right, and that's so silly. I don't know. Most of the time, I think they're just trying to be a troll. But every once in a while, it's a kid, somebody younger that just literally doesn't know any better. So that's a good chance to have a learning opportunity. Let's see. Can you start YouTube? I actually have 2 YouTube channels, Amir. The first one is called, that I had for a long time. It's just called Joncadia Plays, and it's just archives of all of these streams. So if you ever want to go back and watch them, you could do it on Twitch, or you can also do it on YouTube. But I started another channel that's just Joncadia, and I'm trying to review games, and I'm going to do other videos as well and post them there. I don't think I have the link to that here, but if you just go to YouTube and search for Joncadia, you'll find it. That happens to me, Raiden, a lot. If people have the same name color, I will often screw those up, and I'll use that. That's not the only way that I do it, but it's an easy way for me to mix up names. Can I climb this? Looks like you should be able to get up there. One time, the chat was trolling me, and everybody changed their name to the same color just to make it difficult for me. It was pretty funny. Okay, well, I know I can go up these stairs. Yeah, right. And it's tough for me to take the time to make those compilations. Oh, crap. What just happened? Was there a bomb that I missed? Like a tripwire? Come on, John. Rookie mistake. Okay, I have a lot of healing, though. That's okay. Let's use one of these. Seriously, game? Oh, okay, we're back to that now. Apparently, Lucas has been here trapping these boxes. I haven't had to deal with a trapped box in so long, I stopped worrying about them. I have not played Warzone. Warzone is free, isn't it? You know, I haven't played a Call of Duty game in so long. I should download it and see if I can get my wife to try it with me. I know she used to play Call of Duty as well. Like, I think Call of Duty, the new ones, obviously still cost money, but I thought Warzone is like a free battle royale now. Oh, another computer. Are we going to see another video? Yeah, Samoan, that's silly. I mean, as long as you're not saying like a troll kind of question and spamming it, I don't see a problem. I mean, honestly, the streamer probably just missed it. Okay, this is Friday, January 16th, 2015. This is close to my birthday. Thanks to you guys. It's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal. And she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one, too. Wait, was she not a kid? Was this like something created in a lab? Mom and Dad are still totally under, though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys are programmed into her? It's kind of up. This is Friday, November 4th. This is almost a year later. That bitch Mia is still somewhere between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad since Mia's her favorite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mommy. Like I said, your bioweapon is f***ed up. Oh, and I forgot to say though, right? Thank you for linking the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'm terrible about that kind of advertising. Friday, September 1st. This is almost a year later. You can't stop it, Raiden. Take it. Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around, but it's a pain in the ass for me because I got to clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. By the way, Evie's looking, or Eve, is that what it was? I thought it was Evie, looking sick or something. Her skin is getting all wrinkly and she's getting gray hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. Hold on. Getting old? Who do we know in this game that's old? Oh, is January 16th your birthday, Wasser? Or is today your birthday? Yeah, the granny, right? That's what I was thinking. Did you subscribe on the YouTube channel? I appreciate that, Amir. I don't understand the whole YouTube algorithm, but of course, more likes on videos, subscriptions to your channel helps. From what I've heard, if you want to support someone on YouTube, what you're supposed to do is click on the video, pretty much watch the whole thing, and then click on a different video. Apparently, if you click on a video and then you close the browser, YouTube takes that as if they were so disappointed with your video, they're just not watching anymore. They want to promote videos that keep people in the ecosystem. I never realized that before. Hasifa, what's going on? Thank you for the compliment. I love this hat. Okay, I think we got everything here. I guess if you don't close your browser, but you click on a different website or something, they also don't like that in the algorithm. But if you watch the whole video and then you watch another one, that helps. Don't blame you if your viewer count sucks. I just started the channel. I've never really gone head first into YouTube. I'm not going to have enough time to do it a lot anyway, but I want to do something on there. So I don't expect to get huge viewer counts at all. This report details the symptoms that appear when the bacterium that grows inside of the E series infects the human. Is that what those arms were? Was it E series or was it D series? I forget, like the arm and the head. Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with E series weaponized assets. Hereafter, referred to as mold. That's why it's molded for those enemies. Initial infection. The mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over cells within the body. As a side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found that they were able to coapt? I never heard of that word. The amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Mid-stage infection. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-series asset. The subject starts to hear things and experiences hallucinations, and soon becomes under complete control of the E-series asset. If the state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all result in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage would be extremely difficult, so complete infection must be the molded. The Baker family, they must have been in different, I guess, variations of it. D series was the arm and head. Okay, I was curious. Like, I don't think it was E series. Let's see. And Simone, you've been watching videos on one channel that make fun of people who do stupid things. There's a lot of that on there. Almost like America's Funniest Home Videos, but just homemade things that people found online. Probably compiling a bunch of them without giving credit to the people that created the videos in the first place. This is where we get like the big exposition dump of the game. They're kind of explaining everything that happened. 5 minutes after dose. Is that Jack? I can't tell. He was vomiting. No, that looks like Alan, doesn't it? E-necrotoxin. God, I can't read these fast enough. E-series dosage test. 10 minutes after dose. Death. Dang. 12 minutes after dose. Cell calcification. Ooh, what do we have here? This looks important. Target acquired. Did Ethan vomit? I don't remember us vomiting, but my memory is also kind of garbage. Oh, here's the E-neurotoxin. Destroy cells of any subject based on the E-series bioweapon model. Used only for disposal of E-series assets. The toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of an E-series cell into the neurotoxin chamber. Wait, hold on. We have that vial of the stuff, don't we? Let's see. In most apps like Twitch and YouTube, Amir, and Telegram and Iran filter, it's very bad. Oh, do they filter the content so that you can't watch everything? I know a lot of websites do that based on country. Then you have to use a proxy or a VPN to get around it. Okay, let's grab this. Oh, no, I have to go to a locker and get that thing. I think I left it in a locker. Talk about exposition dump. Let me get a drink of water. And Amir, are you asking if you can leave the stream? Of course you can. You can leave anytime you need to. Yeah, strap in for 7 pages of reading. This project was instigated in 2000 as one of the several concepts for the company's NextBus, Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority Initiative, working with technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralizing combatants en masse with minimal direct contact. NextBus was later folded and all of its assets diverted to this project. What makes this project markedly different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. They sure don't seem to be helping me out. Since this effectively eliminates the cost of not only POW handling, like prisoner of war, but also combat itself, it's no wonder that we had the blank and even the blank's blank organization chomping at the bit to get on board. Could that be Umbrella or something? The project would never have existed if it were not for the discovery of blank of blank. Why you got to remove the most important words? It must be classified. The remarkably progressed vicariant evolution fungus that we commonly term as the that's a weird word, mutimicate. The fabrication method for each bioweapon was to introduce the mutimicate genome to brief stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over a period of 38 to 40 weeks. The resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability, from the impractical and faulty series A through D to the perfected E series. Okay, so the D series that we have were all kind of prototypes, I guess. E series is the main one. A common appearance was selected for the bioweapons, that of roughly 10-year-old girl, to ensure ease of blending in with urban refugee populations. The first E-series specimen, named Evelyn, was proved capable of secreting the mutimicate blank from her tissue at will. That must be the molded stuff. It is also of note that Evelyn's mutimicate imposes a profound control over body and mind when introduced into a host organism. We will have a lot to learn about the mechanism by which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to the auto-inducer pheromones used for quorum sensing and Pseudomonas bacteria. That's a handful. Raiden, thank you for dropping by. Take care, dude. Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, in the first of which is hallucination. We've been seeing that for sure. Almost immediately after infection, the subject... Oh, does that mean Ethan is infected? Almost immediately after infection, the subject begins to see images of Evelyn, though she is not in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to everyone else. Auditions and infected subjects throughout the stages of infection reveal that at first, the phantom Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. The psychological shock this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barriers to Evelyn's brainwashing effect, and by the time the mental control is achieved, the mutimicate infection has progressed through the body's cells, so the body... whatever. We're never going to know. Ooh. And Relentless. You see, you recently watched someone else stream this game, and they were like, I wish they made Evelyn scarier. She's not very intimidating. But I guess it makes sense that they were meant to look like a normal girl if they want her to blend in. 100%. Like, that thing kind of explains why she was so docile and just wanting help before. Reminds you of Fear? Yes, Wasser, 100%. That creepy little girl thing. Although, that one was definitely meant to be scarier. But here they kind of explain it in that she's meant to kind of lull you into wanting to help her, and then she kind of manipulates you. Oh, okay, let me get another drink. That's great, Hasifa. Stay neutral. Oh, and I think I missed this when I was reading Samoan. So they have videos of themselves harassing police, government, and federal people claiming they have First Amendment rights. What some people find entertaining, right? Or what to record. Okay. Evelyn's functions also include the ability to form organisms from mycelia, the fungal filaments. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed of countless mycelia. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know if I'm saying anything right. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness and remarkable strength give them significant battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these superorganisms the molded, made of mold, and also molded as in shaped. The name has a certain elegance to it. For treatment of accidental infections, performing blank on samples of Evelyn's body tissue produces a unique fungicidal serum, which we have now. Well, we used. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal, like what we did to Jack. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to blank would enhance its effects of extreme potency, becoming a compound we now call the E-neurotoxin, which blank is even in tiny amounts. What's been interesting to observe in Evelyn's behavior is the obsession with the concept of family. In experiments, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if she were really their daughter. Why did she settle upon family as a theme of her mental control? This is just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited into blending into social groups than lone girl. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest that she's making up for a perceived lack of love in her quarantined upbringing, a parent's love. One thing I just kind of thought of that I get a kick out of is the slogan for this game and advertising it was when Jack was like punching you in the face and he always said like, "Welcome to the family." Bap. That was kind of like the trailer's hook and it was memed everywhere. Now it makes more sense. This game is all based around family because of Evelyn. That's kind of cool. There we go. I really do need to prepare my throat because I'm going to lose my voice. This game just dumped all the reading in one room. I kind of wish they spread it out a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of clever advertising, Aether, you don't realize the first time. Or at least I never put that together. Okay, well, I think we need to go back. Oh, there's a save room right here, which also is probably going to have our thing. Yes! I was about to backtrack and try to find one of those item boxes. We got some flame rounds. What else are you giving me? Neuro rounds. I have a feeling we're going to be fighting a big baddie that's going to need some of these neuro rounds. Welcome to the family, son. That's it. Okay, well, I'm going to drop this off for now. We don't need magnum ammo. Yeah, I'm going to make another healing item. Let's do that. I have too much stuff. It takes forever to scroll. We have 2 of these. So let's grab... Where is it? Maybe it's back down here. I had a bunch of herbs. Here they are. Okay, let's do some mixing. Oh, and I still have 5 herbs here. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to drop a couple of these off, but it's just nice to have that much. I'm going to ditch the flame rounds for now. Heck, we're not right up to the last boss, are we? I thought there was some more to this, but we could be getting really close to the last boss. Oh, I forgot to get my item. That's the whole reason I wanted to come over here. We should save it first. Does Resident Evil 8 have like a catchphrase like that? I don't know. I think Resident Evil 8's catchphrase is kind of created by the community. It's probably never said in the game, but I'd say it's probably "step on me." It's the thing I hear the most when people talk about Resident Evil Village. Okay, so we're looking for that little tube that we had. Everything's kind of mixed up because we just refilled this thing. Wait, do I not have it anymore? Or is that my imagination? We have corrosive. Where's that vial of that stuff? Yeah, it just needs... How do you say the name? Is it Dimitrescu? I don't know if I've heard it actually said out loud. I've just read it 100 times. I could have sworn we had a little vial of her stuff. Did we lose it or something? Oh, the U is silent, so it's like Dimitrescu, I guess. Yeah, I guess I just don't have the... Oh, wait, it's in my inventory. John, you're as blind as a bat. Oh, Domitrescu. Okay, or Domitrescu. Okay, let's plop that in. Oh gosh, don't shoot it, John. I double-clicked. Ah, we're going to get the E-series fetus. Way better than the D-series fetus. All right, Evelyn, where are you? We're going to stick you with this thing. Gosh, I only have 2 more bullets. I'm half tempted to just swap out this with something else. I haven't seen Resident Evil 8 puppet videos. Muppets are awesome, though. That's true, just like you'll be silent when she's done with you. Oh, you have to go, Amir. Will you take care, Amir? You have a fantastic weekend as well. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, maybe let's ditch our pistol. Oh, no, we do have the stronger ammo. Never mind. Let me switch over to this ammo. We've got more of this stuff. All right, I think we're ready to go. We got 5 free spaces. Hey, we just got more enhanced ammo. Sweet. Okay, that's another decorative door. Wait a second, is this where we came in? I remember going up some stairs. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that is the same place. Amir, you are far too kind, but I really appreciate it. You take care, and hopefully we'll see you again on Tuesday. We should be starting a new game. We should be finishing this today. I really like to, because I'd hate to quit this game with like 5 more minutes left. Oh, that looks like a dead end. But agreed, this is the best chat in the world. You guys are awesome. Can I drop... Oh, here's another way to go. I almost completely missed this. They are official releases? Nice. Now, is it something I should watch before playing the game or after? I can hear Evelyn. She's singing. Something's gonna pop out of the water, isn't it? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna stick around. Amir, I'm not sure how close we are. I think we are probably within 30, 45 minutes, I hope. That's when I want to wrap things up. Oh, there she is. You're not real. You're not real. Oh, crap. Okay, here come the molded. She's bringing... Oh, should I drop a bomb? I don't have very many places to hide. Fuck! Boom! How do you like that? Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. I hope I didn't need any items there. You are so fast. Can you just stay away? Goodness. I'm always tempted to watch those things before stream, Aether, but a lot of that stuff is like copyright flagged content. So it wouldn't be a good idea for me to stream it necessarily. Some streamers, that's all of their content. They just watch other people's videos and comment on it, and that's fine. That's just not something I necessarily want to do with the stream. But I also haven't tried it, so I don't know how much trouble I would get in. Oh, here comes more. Okay, they're popping up in front of me. Oh, we got two of them. Drop one of these. How you like that? Boom! Did I get them both? No, we only got that crawly guy. Oh gosh, you're fast. Your hand wasn't doing a good job of protecting you, dude. Oh, Amir, no problem at all. I love questions. I mean, if I'm not answering your guys' questions, then I'm just talking to myself, so it works out great. Oh gosh, I go too quick. I press 1 to switch to my knife, but I'm too impatient. Oh, that's like a little loop. Doesn't really go anywhere. All right. Oh, look at that thing. It's like a big tentacle going up there. Well, hello. Thank goodness for these stronger bullets. Better chance of a headshot, I think. Not only do we have enhanced ammo, but we have the enhanced pistol. So this is probably as good as this thing gets. Shotgun shells, excellent. Some burner fuel. I didn't bring that gun with me, but that's cool. Okay, what's back this way? A bomb, sweet. Yeah, I really dig the music in this game. Oh god! Oh, I didn't dodge that one. Okay, we took a bit of damage. Here comes another one. But you're stumbling. You're hard to hit. Oh my gosh. Bomb time. Let's see if I could take him out with that. Oh, I turned him into crawlies. My goodness. I should probably use a heal. Actually, let's do that. Let's combine this and then use one of these. Right, Wasser? Thank you. I meant to ask earlier, I forget if you answered, but do you prefer, is it Wasser? Or Wasser, I guess? There's a few different ways I think to say that. Want to be sure I do it the way you intended it. Seriously, Relentless, it's not that funny. You can quit laughing. Although for her, it's probably the funniest thing in the world. Okay, those stairs are broken. Let's go this way. Take that flashlight with you. It looks way better than yours. No preference? Okay, I'll just... whatever comes to me. I know there's been some folks that when I've been chatting with them for months, maybe even a year. Oh no, and then someone corrects me on their name and I'm like, that's so embarrassing. I've been saying it wrong for how long? Drop it. Oh, there's two of them! That's not cool. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I'm getting wrecked here. I don't know what their weak spot... Oh, I gotta heal. Hurry. The shotgun was probably not the best choice because you got to be a little bit closer for it to be super effective. Ouch. You guys suck. Reload, reload. Go down. Okay, that's one. Oh, I almost died. I wonder if the game is smart to use the best heal at the time. Where'd he go? There he is. Even though his puke seems to go through the wall, it doesn't seem to hit me, which is nice. Oh, this is close. He looks huge. Did he grow, or is that my imagination? I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. So, Amir, favorite football team? I don't really watch much football. I guess I just have to pick like a California team, like a local one. I feel bad. Is the Chargers? Is that San Diego? Let's go with that one. That's not too far away. Or the 49ers, I guess. That's San Francisco. What about you, Amir, if you watch football? American football, not like national football, soccer. Worldwide football, I guess. Okay, we're not doing great on health. Maybe I'll use this one. Ooh, some more shotgun shells. Excellent. First aid. Very nice. How many other items did I run away from? No, Madrid. You're not talking about American football, right? Or if you are, I'm not familiar with that team. Can we climb up this? We can. Is there any point to that? No. I guess you could use that to run away from the monster. I just have a few bullets left in this gun. I think we collected everything, so let's go up. Where is this taking me? The LA Galaxy? That's a like an NFL team? I haven't even heard of that team. I guess they used to have the Raiders, but then the Raiders went to Vegas, I think. So now they have the Galaxy. Sounds like a phone. Oh, okay, so we can crawl in there. Let's make sure there's no items over here. Nope. Okay, let's go. These scenes are so claustrophobic. Machine gun ammo. I should grab the machine gun. And a mine map. All right. Thank goodness a save point. We got through a lot of bad guys. I would hate to lose all that progress. Uh-oh. I see the wheelchair. But I don't see no granny. Was there an item box over here that I missed? I think it's just a save point. And the LA Galaxy is the last team of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Is that what that is? Last team of. Is that one of the players? I'm not familiar with that name. Oh, they dropped a doll too. So that makes me think maybe Grandma was Evelyn the whole time. So she was around and just using her telepathic powers on us.
I'm sure of it. It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
I remember this. Oh, is this going to show when we lost Mia? Because we went in there when we picked up the doll. Where'd the wheelchair and doll go? When we picked that up, then she got kidnapped. But we don't know what actually happened to her. We never saw who grabbed her. E001. That is Grandma. Yeah, come here, Grandma. We won't hurt you. We just need to give you this nice, tasty COVID vaccine. Evelyn all along. Are we back in the Baker mansion? I guess we are. Or is this that, like, guest house that's off to the side we started on? Hey, Zoe, you there? I know we left you to die, but we could really use your help. We just want to give her a motorized wheelchair, but she doesn't need it, Rosbergs. She seems to get everywhere with that wheelchair. Ouch. We get to watch this battle in third person. That's kind of cool. Oh, weird. We're still in the flashback right now. We stuck her in the neck with an axe.
It's your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
Where are you, Evelyn? There she is.
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt
Mia, we're busy.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that!
Oh, that's cool. We get to see how Evelyn was controlling her the whole time.
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die.
I'll be your dad. I'll be your dad.
It's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, she appeared right there at the end of the hall and I didn't even blink. I probably didn't even notice it. I was looking for something else. Well, the exit to this is over here. Oh, that's creepy. Are we supposed to go this way?
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
Aha! You don't like that, do you? Oh God, she's real! That's not a flashback. Oh, that giant creepy doll. Wait. She wasn't real. What? Never mind. I thought I took damage. Maybe I did. She has that powerful anime hair. So flowing, lovely locks. Oh, Margaret. We actually killed Margaret back at her, like, side shack, Amir. It was a brutal battle. It was fun. Oh, I don't go this way. I was thinking we're trying to get out of this place. All right. Well, now where do you want me to go? Can I break this thing? No. You can break bobbleheads, not giant creepy dolls. So let's try going upstairs. Oh, maybe we have to go out the attic. That's the first... Oh, no! Why? Why? Can these things hurt me? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, are you asking Amir, like, what's the best game I've ever played? Oh, that's, like, impossible for me to answer because I love all different games for different reasons. It's really tough to pick, like, one particular favorite. In, like, recent memory, Witcher 3 is pretty high up there. But a lot of the classics still hold up for me, like Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, Super Mario World, Diablo. I love Diablo 2.
Get away!
No. I'm gonna stick... Oh, ouch! Okay, how about I go this way? I'll take the side route. What do you think of that?
Get away!
Oh, I can't open that door.
Leave me alone!
can't shoot her.
No, you don't!
Oh, it hurts me. I gotta heal. Oh, I have to guard. Oh, crap. Heal, John, heal. Get away and heal. I forgot about guarding. I never use guard.
Leave me alone!
Okay, run when she's not attacking, and then break out your guard real quick.
No, you don't!
Go, go, go.
No, no!
I think it's still hurting me. I'm not sure.
Away from me! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Come on, we almost got her.
No!
Take your shot.
No!
Ooh. Didn't like that. Evelyn will remember that.
You.
Granny the whole time.
Why does everyone hate me?
Aww. Oh God. I'm melting. Oh my gosh, this whole place is turning into molded. Gosh, what is that? Oh God, that's a huge face. Get out of here. Oh, there's some shotgun shells. I am woefully unprepared for this fight. I don't have my grenade launcher. I don't have my... gosh, it's gonna eat me! Ow. I don't have my machine gun. Oh my lord. Did I die? It might got me. There's the helicopters. Help me! Help me! It's still here. Oh God. I hope the shotgun's effective, because I got nothing else. Ow, I can't get up. Reload quicker. Ah, reload. Hurry, hurry. I can't get a shot off if I don't reload something. Oh no. I think I died. Heal, John, heal! On purpose, right, Tajay? Can I do a heal? I don't think I can heal. Just shoot, John, just shoot. Just shoot. Oh my lord. Okay, now heal. Get up. Oh, what is that? There's a new gun right there. Grab the gun. Grab the gun. Use the force, Ethan. Someone's talking to me. Come on, get it. That's a cool looking gun. Shoot her in the face. Where's her face? There we go. What is this shooting? That's cool. I like this gun. I got like 3 bullets left. I think we got it. Yeah, the whole thing is calcified. Oh, that looks cool. I love the end of this game. That is so cool. They didn't give me any item boxes to like get the right items, but I guess he didn't really need it. They were pretty nice about how they did the end there.
I'm Redfield. I'm glad we found you.
I don't recognize that
The
Chris.
fuck took you guys so long?
But as it's a reboot, they're changing the designs a little bit. Yeah, they definitely remodeled him, right? No more boulder punching, Chris?
Ethan?
Eating steroids for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Mia!
Mia. You made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
Now, if we had given Zoe the thing, would she be there? Which I guess is not what happens in the
one door
next game.
closes, another opens. Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Me and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers.
Yeah?
It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way. But now Evelyn's dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us. Maybe
Pretend
this
like it
is where
never
the
happened.
next door opens.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. Chris Redfield is now working for Umbrella rather than being part of Stars? Is that also part of like the reboot, rewrite kind of thing? Oh, and Amir, sorry, I saw that earlier, but with the boss battle, I had a hard time. So is it Salam? Is that you say it? Is that Salam Hello? Is that in Iran? So the gun is called the Albert 01, and it's a callback to Albert Wesker. That's clever. Oh, there's their soundtrack key song for the game. This reminds me of Seven. That's cool. So Chris himself is a way of working for Umbrella. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, and it's Blue Umbrella. It's not quite the same thing as this. And he's part of a new branch to try and redeem his reputation. Because it's the same world. That's the same Chris that we played before. This is just 7 years after those events, I think. Oh, Amir, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining and hanging out. So now that we wrap this up, the plan is for Tuesday, we're going to start Mass Effect, the remastered version. And I'm so excited to play that. We're just going to do the first game for now. And then after that, go back into Resident Evil and play the new Resident Evil Village, which I'm so excited for that as well. Good stuff coming up. So Rosbergs, you never played a Resident Evil, but you could swear Chris has a new model every game. You know, when you look at the old ones, yeah, there was definitely a new model because those games are like so ancient and how many polygons they could put on the screen. They had to kind of remaster them every time. Until, I guess, like the PS2 era, that's when they could probably make them detailed enough to be consistent later on. But yeah, this is just a brand new guy practically. So you think he was contracted by a new branch of Umbrella to deal with the Louisiana situation, but isn't technically part of the team? So he's a, I guess, external contractor. That makes sense. I'm not sure how much of this we should watch or whatnot. There's not a lot of credits. It's mostly just cool imagery, and then a credit every like 20 seconds. So make an Annabelle or Conjuring game? What's your idea? That could be pretty cool. You know, I played a game on stream, Amir, called Paranormal Activity based on the movies. But in all honesty, that could have been a Conjuring type of game. It was really creepy. I played it in VR. I liked it a lot. And the voice actor for Chris in this game isn't voicing Chris in Resident Evil 8. I wonder why they switched. I mean, probably because they just grabbed somebody like, hey, we need you to do one line. And like, that's it. And then for Resident Evil 8, they're like, okay, he's going to be a full character. We need to make sure we get somebody we want to be the voice of Chris. So me, I wouldn't even recognize unless I looked at them back to back that it was different. And Resident Evil 5 was Steroid Chris, and Resident Evil 6 was Drunk Chris, which I know which one was more powerful. Boulder punching Chris. Yeah, I mean, that's my guess, but you never know. I'm excited to find out, though. Okay, we'll skip this movie. So unfortunately, I wasn't sure how long... Did I fail skipping the movie? There we go. I wasn't sure how long this is going to take me. It actually took me pretty much the entire stream. I was going to jump into some of the DLC I haven't experienced, but maybe we can do that another time. All right, so it took just under 12 hours. We did 8 deaths. Not too bad. I actually thought I was going to die a lot more. 15 of those little bobbleheads we found. 14 coins. We found most of those. 29 of 32 files obtained. 68 item boxes opened, 39 healing items used. That's why I had so few deaths. 1 stabilizer used and 2 steroids. That was super fun. Oh, thank you, Amir. I really appreciate your support. Destruction Artist is a really cool title. I like that. So now this unlocks some new stuff. That's what you were talking about, Hasifa. The gun name, the Albert 01R, it will be added to the item box in the main game. So does that mean I get to use that in the DLC as well? Secret of Defense. What is that? Some way to protect yourself? Maybe armor? Resident Evil games have always been fantastic about having new modes to play, as well as like giving you new things to do in the main game. It kind of started with Resident Evil 2, I think, for a big part, where you have the Claire campaign and the Leon campaign. That was such a clever idea. Oh, you get increased defense when in inventory. I was thinking it was increased defense in your inventory. No, like when you're actually looking at your inventory. That makes sense. You can't get attacked there. I think I was lucky. That never actually happened to me, but that's cool. Alrighty, guys, that was perfect timing, but we got one surprise before we quit.